Hey, what's up, everyone? This is the Skies of Icarus campaign. I'd like to give a shout out to Syrinscape for providing all the audio for this campaign. It is licensed and the best thing ever whenever you want to do any kind of audio in a campaign, whether it be online or in person. Thanks.
So when last we left off with our intrepid band of adventurers, you guys had decided that you were going to seek out the prison complex looking for what you hoped was going to be Drazar's father. You came up with a very simple plan. You would you invented avian bird flu in the effort to infiltrate this prison, claiming that you were looking for a possible carrier for this bird flu that may infect people and needed to be taken out and taken care of, and you were sent on behalf of the Empire. When you arrived at the prison, you took your simple plan and created a very elaborate scheme. Apparently, everywhere that this bird flu man had ever entered had broken out in massive plague within just a few hours of arrival. Uh, People dying left and right, like just throwing up blood everywhere. You named him by name, exactly who you were looking for, and attempted to schmooze the guards in order to let you get in to this compound where this guy had been staying for over a month and they'd have no outbreak of plague at all, despite a fast acting virus that apparently decimates whole communities within minutes of arrival.
Bird
Uh,
communities.
they they seemed to, accept that, hey, this might be a problem, so they led you down. They shared a few like weird looks with each other, but they were like, hey, yeah, maybe this is legit. Brought you down to talk to the warden, a robed man sitting in a chamber, and he told you that they had gotten a bird person recently, and that he was down on the lowest levels of the uh, compound. So naturally, they took you down to this lowest level where you had willingly given up all your weapons, and then they turned on you to arrest you because they hadn't believed any of your lies, which had turned out to be, for reference, rolled deception checks ranging between the 9 and 11 in in your secret tower rolls, which made it very unbelievable, sadly. At that time, you managed to fight them off, surprisingly, even unarmed. You decimated this troop of guards, but one of them got away, and he ran off to go fetch help because he realized that this wasn't going to be as simple as they originally thought it was going to be. Somehow, you guys proved way more powerful than what they expected. You finished off your the guys downstairs and scooped up some weapons and armor. Korg and Johnny grabbing a couple shields and long swords. Belina grabbing a halberd because her uh, Lapine race is quite skilled in the use of pole arms. Uh, Darkstorm's got, a couple daggers. Uh, you guys have a magic belt that can hold Johannan's daggers in it in case she wanted a dagger because you had placed them in there. You scooped out weapons and you prepared to head up to the next floor. And that is where we pick up today with everybody rolling initiative.
These amazing initiative rolls.
So you should see on your combat tracker that you guys can see uh, the initiative order now. where the enemies fall in line with you guys instead of having it all at the bottom. I took that off. I just didn't see the value in having that anymore. So you should be able to see it in a normal initiative tracking. If you don't see it that way, just let me know, and I'll try to tweak it.
Oh god. And most of the enemies go first. God damn it. We're gonna
So
die.
as you guys
We're done.
scoop up your weapons and armor, you notice that you rush up the stairs and you find sitting up there the guard that had escaped earlier has gotten some friends. And as you get to the top of the stairs, he cries out, he's like, "That's them! Kill them all! There's no chance to imprison them!" And
What
immediately
about
in
all
the
the
back,
prisoners we released? What happened to them?
you see littered across this hallway just bodies, blood sticking across the floor,
Just load 'em down.
corpses littering this center area, just hacked, slashed. Some of them have like puncture holes in them. It's just none of them got through. Essentially, they formed like this wall, and they just were slaughtering these like 13, 14 prisoners that you released that tried to escape and run away. It was just a complete decimation. It's so thick in corpses and blood that it'll actually count as difficult terrain for walking through and getting to people.
Ugh.
In the back, you notice a couple people. They're armed with some of the more modern, advanced firearm technology. One of them is wearing kind of lighter armor, and he is armed with what appears to be a long musket type rifle. And as you come up the stairs, he kind of drops down into a laying down position and immediately takes aim to fire upon Korg in the front. His first blast actually manages to kind of ring out, and it slams in to Korg. And just as a reminder, this has been pretty quick, so I'll allow you to keep your rage, your concentration from the previous spell. We scooped everything up. You guys run up the stairs.
Awesome.
So your things are still in effect, but what I will say is that your rage, the number of rounds that have passed, I'm instead of having 6 rounds left, you're gonna have 3 rounds left on
Okay.
that rage.
Okay.
So because the time to get up the stairs and everything like that,
Yeah.
you're rushing quickly. I'll let you keep it less than a minute, but
Does that mean
Yeah, that sounds fair.
he still has Dragon's Breath?
he still has Dragon's Breath. Dragon's Breath is good for 10 minutes.
Yes.
So, or no, Dragon's Breath is good for. Sorry,
I think it's
Dragon's Breath is good for a minute, but it'll be that'll be less than the same amount. So 3 rounds less.
Cool.
This
And
is
then he
for me on
cracks
my-
off a second shot, reloading quickly with his sniper rifle that he's quite skilled at, apparently. And as he does that, another he kind of starts reloading in the background, and this strange wielding kind of, she's decked out in kind of like leatherish armor. She moves quickly. She has this strange weapon, and it looks to be a cross between both a sword and a gun, like a flintlock type pistol that has a blade attached to it. You might call it a gun blade, because that's what it is. And she takes aim at Johnny. And it ricochets off Johnny's shield, kind of bouncing off. Unable to find purchase, she kind of ducks over to this back corner. As the man in the back you kind of see he takes out this kind of black cylindrical device, and he snaps it against his leg, against a metal plate there, and it creates a spark. And from this spark, it kind of starts burning this small little fuse down. And he chucks out this black cylinder right in the center between Johannan, Darkstorm, Korg, and Johnny. And everybody make a dexterity saving throw. Since you guys like rolling them yourselves. Not Jazar or Belina. Or, sorry.
Why did it go 2?
You have advantage due to danger sense on dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
And then Darkstorm will just
Die.
I'm sure she'll pass it. Yeah, she got 20. So you all take you all manage to save for half damage.
So there's just this object on the ground?
Target you. So it's so much easier when I can just roll it myself. So this black object shoots forth and it explodes as it hits the ground. And when it explodes, it just shrapnel and fire kind of spreads out, but you manage to see it coming and you all successfully dodge. And you guys take only 3 damage each.
Does that drop the 2 from me?
It drops to 1 for you.
Okay.
And then Johannan, you still had your temp HP from earlier. So...
Hey, real when they came out with that rework of the Tornal, don't I have the ability to like take damage instead of my team by my shield or something like that? By my shell, right? Like
what
I can
does
block.
your feet say?
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
As a reaction, when you are forced to make a dexterity saving throw, choose any number of creatures within 5 feet of you. Each chosen creature is considered to have half cover against any harmful effects, attacks or effects while within 5 feet of you until the start of your next turn.
Okay, but
Once you use this ability, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest.
okay. So for this, it wouldn't matter though, because
Because they all made their save anyways.
yeah,
It would give them
and
+2 to any saves.
Okay, then I'll remember that for next one. It has to be a reaction. That was my bad. I just remembered I had.
Yeah. And then the shield guardian from earlier steps forward and he attacks Korg with his longsword.
This guy healed all his damage in 3 rounds.
He did. He fails to make any lasting impression against Korg, who just... You don't use a shield very often, but you manage to knock most of his blows away with it, kind of ducking around behind.
All right. So you press this play button, right? Is it the play button I have to press for my turn for the timer?
Oh, I got it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I forgot
Quick
to turn
question,
that on.
PM.
Yes.
I need a ruling. If I use heat metal on the explosives around the grenadier, would they blow up on him?
Yes. I'll allow
I'm
it.
gonna do that. So I'm gonna target the grenadier. So, oops. Okay. Ah. All right. He targeted him for me. All right. So metal. And okay. So, and then it's the effect. Effect. Myself.
All right. So you cast heat metal, and he's got his bombs kind of strapped to himself, and they start glowing, and he starts panicking and freaking out, and they explode in glorious fashion for both him and the dead eye. And I'm gonna have to do a little bit of math here. So he's targeting himself. So one. This sets off a chain reaction as they continue to blow up in his face.
You shouldn't carry such explosive things. It's not very safe or smart.
As four of the bombs explode, just ripping in to him and the dead. They managed to kind of take some shelter from some of them, but they're just... Is all that damage applying correctly? Yes.
That chick next to him didn't take any.
Yeah.
She sucked.
Well, the dwarven-looking guy is the grenadier, not the.
It
Oh, the
forgot
guy.
to re-roll the dead eyes. So
I mean, he said the dead eye got hit with it.
But not the chick.
so
She's not range, okay.
yeah.
No.
So what happens is when you miss or pass a save, it auto deselects. So it was not properly applying the damage to them from their earlier saves. All right, that is correct now.
Okay.
So they explode, just shrapnel ripping them apart. They kind of rush up against the back wall, trying to kind of get out of the way. And as they do so, it's just tears them to pieces. They start bleeding from multiple wounds. The grenadier is completely out of bombs at this point in time. He can't chuck those anymore. All the bombs he had strapped to himself have blown up from this chain reaction of just incredible explosion, ripping them apart. Belina earns her second inspiration point for that attack.
All right. That was my spell cast. Go ahead and mark off that spell.
And
and I will bonus action give bardic inspiration to Johnny. Yeah, Johnny. So target Johnny. Mark. Set. Go. And that is my action, bonus action. And I will end my turn. So I gotta click the little dragon thing.
Jazar.
It's hard to follow that up.
Sorry.
No, it was awesome. I'm gonna try to attack the Empire Shield guy. What version of cover does he have through all of our characters?
He will have half cover.
On the modifier thing, is that just cover?
Just regular cover, yeah.
Okay.
Not superior cover.
I'm gonna guess that didn't work out.
Did not. You try to like duck, you try to take a shot. You can't seem to see through Darkstorm, who's just kind of meandering around aimlessly, like lost and not controlled at all.
I'll wait for my time to shine. That's all.
So this other skirmisher rushes out and also takes aim at Johnny, firing her pistol. She manages to get a shot off. And it seems especially effective as she shoots almost like a precise, sneaky type attack that just slips past through your shield and slams into your armor plating for a more devastating effect than you would have expected. And she ducks back out off to the side. As the second shield guardian rushes in, drawing his longsword. First he attempts to shield bash Johnny to try to knock him down to the ground, but fails to land such an attack against you. And he attacks twice with his longsword. But these armored warriors in the front, they just cannot get any effect. Johnny.
Alright, I'm gonna... I guess I'm just gonna attack the guy in front.
Alright, make that attack with disadvantage for your first attack, as the shield guardian next to him lunges forth with his shield, attempting to block the strike against him.
Is that a reaction?
Yes.
Best move ever.
Old Sentinel
Protection fighting style. And then your second attack will be a normal attack.
Alright, I'm gonna smite this guy. I guess he needs to get out of it. And I'm using a shield, so I changed my longsword damage again. We can fix it after the fact.
Oh, because you're not two-handing, so it'll be a D8. I can fix that. Just one sec. Oh, not that.
Oh,
Hold on.
Jesus. You can -2 from it. Because the D10 only got 2. I didn't see that you actually made it. You know what? You keep adding more dice to that if you want.
It's fixed now.
Alright, and then for a bonus action, I want a Shield of Faith.
Okay. So target Korg and then cast Shield of Faith. So what you're telling me is Korg's not gonna get hit this round.
But they're rolling 25 and 26 to hit me. He's gonna get hit every fucking round. Let's get rid.
Well, you're up to 23 AC now.
Woo! I'm getting there.
I think I hit the right one.
Yes.
Okay, that's it.
Johannan.
Alright, I'm going to take advantage of being one of the only people who can do anything remotely ranged.
Alright, go ahead and roll the damage. As this thunderous boom echoes forth, cracking the very cobblestone and marble tiles of this dungeon floor. They kind of grasp their ears kind of in pain as they feel it reverberate through them. The Grenadier and Deadeye, the sniper archer, they look devastated, like they're not going to last much longer. Catch the skirmisher in the effect. It's not a pretty it's not looking pretty over there right now. Man, if that's your turn, go ahead and
Give me a sec, I'm trying to remember which button I'm supposed to hit.
it's the dragon with the down arrow. Korg.
Got it.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop me one of these potions of greater healing, but I forget how to actually. Oh, here it is. Okay.
So target yourself.
And I click the button.
Yep.
Good. That's about right. Solid ones across the board. All right, and that's
If it makes you feel better, I cast I was in another game the other weekend, and I was just dropping off fireballs like left and right, and I rolled like 4 or 5 ones, like on each fireball. It's 8d6, and I was rolling 4 or 5 ones per fireball. I was getting less than 20 damage a fireball.
Well,
Your empowered
the way I
spell
look at it,
continues.
this had a maximum of 20, and I got 11. That's just above half. I guess that's still okay. And that's my action. So with a
Yes.
bonus action, I don't lose rage, do I?
No, because you
No.
took damage. You
Okay.
have to either take damage or make an attack in order to keep rage.
Okay. Then I guess that's my turn.
Alright. Darkstorm does nothing because she has no ranged attack actions. And you have a feeling that after this battle she might fade into the background. So the Deadeye, having been devastated by these spellcasters in the back, turns his attentions all the way to Belina, having seen you. Why am I targeting myself? Untarget. Okay. And he pops off 2 shots at a. No, he does not. Hold on. Cancel that. He kind of he kneels down and takes a steadying aim, and as he takes aim at Belina, he fires off a deadly shot towards her.
Ow. That hurt.
He
Can I do
hits
anything
to
to block that?
devastating effect. and you lose concentration and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oof. Yeah, no, that's not good.
The blow is so devastating as he fires off his specialty death shot that you actually lose consciousness for until the end of your next turn.
Oof.
What were you concentrating
As
on?
The heat metal.
Oh, even after it exploded?
I had applied the effect. I can't declare that I'm canceling it until the next round.
you can technically cancel concentration at any time, even when it's not your turn.
Oh, well,
You can-
whatever.
It-
Matters not.
Skirmisher 2 begins reloading her pistol, and she switches targets, having been hurt and damaged by Johannan, and attempts to shoot at you despite the fact that you have cover. Missing horribly and then ducking off to the side. As the Grenadier whips out this large kind of barreled rifle, looks almost like a hand cannon sort of deal. He pours these strange looking bullet in there that seems to crackle with electrical energy, and he points it at Johnny, figuring he'll have a better chance of striking you than Johannan, who he really wants to get.
Don't tase me, bro.
And he fails to strike with that one, but he quickly reloads and fires off another round.
Oh.
As it just, with devastating effect, it slams right between the armor plating between your shoulder and your neck, and kind of as it hits there, it explodes with this electrical energy. It just courses through to devastating effect across your body, kind of shocking across you, kind of ripping in to your skin. And seeing this, the Empire Guardian, seeing you kind of weakened and down, he turns his attentions towards you to try to take you out of the fight. And dropping Johnny to an unconscious state, he turns back towards Korg. But fails to strike Korg at all. Belina, you are unconscious, and then you will gain consciousness again as your turn ends. Kind of groggingly waking up, you're like just this resounding like headache. You don't even really know what happened. You heard the crack of the gunfire, and then it's just, you heard all of a sudden you're kind of wounded and on, kind of like, what the, huh?
Yeah.
I say, oh no,
Trizar.
Johnny won't go, and I cast Healing Word on him, because I can't reach him.
Johnny, you regain consciousness.
Johnny Five is alive.
And then I'm going to try to attack the same shield guardian with Ray of Frost.
Your ray of frost shoots forth and kind of slams in to the shield guardian and encases his armor with an icy crust of frost. He kind of begins rigid and unable to effectively move. This skirmisher kind of rushes out. Doesn't Johnny's down, kind of like on the ground. Doesn't really notice that he's back up, so she just takes aim at the next person beyond and fires at Darkstorm. And then crosses over to the other side to get out of the way. As this shield guardian focuses his attention on Korg, trying to knock him down first with a shield bash. Manages to actually slam his shield into Korg, and it kind of gets you off balance, and you find yourself knocked prone. And he follows up, trying to take advantage of this but despite, apparently when you fell down like stomach first, and he just slams against your shell ineffectively, trying to like find purchase, but he just can't get in there as you're kind of just there, just taking these blows against your shell-like back. Johnny.
Alright, so did that actually knock me prone? Do I need to stand up? I don't...
You do need to stand up. Yes.
You don't have to though.
It doesn't say.
Don't feel.
It doesn't say prone on you right now, but you would be prone, though.
Okay, but do I have to click anything to not be a disadvantage?
No, just say.
Okay, well then I stand up, and then I'm gonna try to kill this guy again.
Alright, your first attack would be with disadvantage.
What was that?
You
Wrong button. Sorry.
I forgot to roll an attack there.
Yeah, I just wanted to do damage, so could you just give me that health back? I apologize.
Alright.
So that one missed.
Then your second one will be regular.
Yay.
Still kind of woozy and not quite feeling it. You take a few swings. The first one, that shield guardian from earlier that ran away, he kind of anticipates the move and he knocks your sword out of the way with his shield. And as he's repositioning, you try to come in, but you're a little off balance. And he kind of just takes his shield and knocks it aside, and he glares at you as he didn't realize that you were still alive. And he focuses his attention back on you for the next round. Is that your turn?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading the spell real quick. Yeah, that's it.
Go ahead and click the next button. Jahanan.
So continuing to focus on those farther away from me.
Alright, they both make their dex save. So sadly, your acid splashes do no effect, right? If they pass. I'm pretty sure cantrips are.
Yeah, that's right. This one is if you save, you're fine.
Yeah. So the acids kind of splashes across the cracked stones from your earlier shatter effect, and they kind of step out of the pool, and you manage to be okay.
Oh, then I guess that's going to be my turn this round because I don't have anything to bring us about.
I still have the breath.
Yes.
Yes.
For one more round, you still have breath.
For one more round. No, the breath lasted 10 minutes. My rage only lasted 3 more
No,
rounds,
the
right?
breath was 1 minute. The breath was 1 minute.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said 10 earlier. Okay, then I.
Yeah, I
want
made a
to
mistake
use-
when I said 10.
I want to use my breath right here and catch these two in front of me. Can I do that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Martin, do your thing.
I don't remember what element this one was. I'm just going.
I think it was water. No,
It's
no, no.
water.
Am I
'cause-
prone?
I think you switched it off of water because originally we were gonna do water because it was like a squirrel thing, but then on this one you made me something else like electric, I think, or something stupid.
You
Sorry.
you rolled damage, but you never rolled their save.
Oh, yep.
So let me erase that real quick.
I did it backwards. My bad.
Oh, it's okay. They both failed, so they took full damage anyways.
Was I not prone when I fell unconscious? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I stand up. If that wasn't declared, I'm on my feet for said act.
For that one, it technically
Okay.
doesn't matter. If you want to lay down.
I am standing. It's declared, and then does my rage
Okay.
end after this now because that was the third? No, that was the second round. Never mind.
Yeah, you have 1 round left on it. Yeah, 1 round left on it. Darkstorm does nothing. The sniper kind of takes aim. He goes towards Johanan because he won't have a good shot against Belina, who's laying down in the back still. And Johanan's been attacking him more lately.
Well, at least I'm behind the giant turtle, and I'm small.
Did you say giant
Yes.
turtle?
So
Well, large-ish.
I forgot
Yeah.
to apply cover on that attack. Give me 1 sec. It would have been a equivalent 15, which is your AC with mage armor, so it still hits. And then he reloads and fires 1 more time. Also getting a 15. Knocking Johanan unconscious. As the skirmisher number 2 rushes out. And seeing Johanan down, takes aim at Korg, who has cover. Failing to strike a blow, the skirmisher ducks off to the side again. the grenadier takes aim at Johnny. Failing to strike on both its attempts, as the Shield Guardian attempts to knock Korg prone again and fails miserably, and then swings with his long sword, having the same frustrations he had below before he ran away, just completely unable to accomplish anything, as Belina.
Alright, so I am going to action Vicious Mockery, the Grenadier.
Okay,
Target him. Like,
he fails,
Fails.
so go ahead and roll damage.
Alright.
It,
It's
what,
like,
what do you yell at him where
what
he dies?
idiot brings explosives to a close quarters fight? Oh my god, you are so dumb. You should die.
And he does. He just,
Okay.
he like grabs his brain, he's like, it makes sense, and collapses dead to the ground.
And then I will bonus action Healing Word Johanan. And I will stay prone.
Okay.
And,
Let me,
and my turn. I gotta click the thing. Give me just a sec. I gotta get another tracker and click the turn. Done.
Drazar.
For now, I am just going to attack this guy in the back. Cool.
I believe your your Dragon's Breath expired this round.
Okay.
Yep, it's gone. So you hit.
Sweet.
And it blasts in to the Deadeye, kind of does that little whole like coming through. The ray of frost shoots down right along where his sight is, slams into his eye, and his head just freezes. He falls to the ground, and his head shatters into cubes of ice upon the floor.
Cuckoo.
The skirmisher rushes out, and he attempts to shoot at Johnny. Or she. Failing to find blow, unable to kind of weave through due to this the cover that the Shield Guardian provides. And she ducks over to the side, kind of out of sight. As Shield Guardian 2, tired of getting hit by Johnny so much, attempts to shield bash him down. Does manage to knock you prone with his shield bash. Perhaps if it will apply the effect. and then attempts to finish you off in your vulnerable state with his longsword. And does not do what I thought about doing, and does not give you 2 failed death saves, and instead attacks Korg, missing. And Johnny goes next.
So for a death save, do I just roll into the box here, or what?
So if you open your character sheet, you'll see on your main page, there's a death save button in the bottom. It's like a D20 and it has S and F.
I found it.
Haha, see, you wouldn't have died if I had given you 2 failed death saves.
Almost.
And that'll be your turn. Johannan.
Okay, give me a sec. So just throwing fire at this one guy.
The firebolt slams in to the shield guardian, and it kind of like, it kind of chars against his armor, laps over his shield, singes at his eyes and face.
Works for me.
Korg, your rage has expired.
A bonus action
Just so
raid.
you're aware.
Then I bonus action raid. I'm now raging.
Make sure you apply that rage
oh,
effect
yeah,
to yourself.
yeah, sorry.
All you did was click.
Yeah, I spent
The
it within
name.
the plan. There, now it's applied.
Yep.
So I turn to the little dude here and see if I can try and slap him with a long sword. That's a... Actually, no, I don't. I lied. I quickly pour a healing potion into Johnny's gullet. Hope this works, because I don't know if machines can be healed. I mean, Korg doesn't.
Right.
It's just 44 on something else. Sure. Mm-hmm.
Johnny, you sputter awake as this sort of like cherry almond type fluid pours down your mouth. It tastes almost kind of like a cherry cobbler with almond extract in it, and just suffuses you with life and energy. You feel revitalized. And that's probably your turn, right?
That is the end of my turn. Alright.
Darkstorm
does
still
nothing.
can't do anything. She doesn't have anything to do. Skirmisher 2 rushes out, shoots at Korg. Misses, and then rushes over to the other side to get kind of out of line of sight. This shield guardian attempts to bash Korg down to the ground, successfully knocking Korg prone.
I thought I had a 23.
No, that was before he fell unconscious.
Oh, because Johnny went unconscious. Okay,
Yeah, he lost
Okay.
concentration on his spell.
that'll do it.
And then he once again attempts to lay into you when you're on the ground. This time, you're not fully protected by your turtle shell apparently, as he actually manages to land a blow against you. And he's kind of happy that he's finally getting to wail against you, but he misses with his follow-on attack. And he's frustrated. His longsword's getting like dinged up, banged up. He's kind of like, it's blunting against your turtle shell. Not the happiest guy in the world.
Alright. I am going to options running low. What to do. I'm going to use my last Bardic Inspiration to renew the Mantle of Inspiration and apply that to myself, Johannin, Korg, Johnny. How many people can I do that to? Charisma modifier, right?
Yeah.
So it's plus 4 people, right? Yeah. So myself, Johannin, Korg, and Johnny. It's 4 people. I'm going to the Mantle of Inspiration thing. So everybody gets 5 temporary hit points.
Technically, they could move. There's not really anywhere to move to.
Anywhere they can go. Is there? And I don't suppose there's any way I could. No, I'm good. I can't switch with Darkstorm because Darkstorm. And so that was my. Is that a bonus action? Yeah, that was a bonus action, isn't it? Yep.
I
bonus
believe
action.
so.
As an action, yes, that was a bonus action. So let me clear that.
Yep.
And as an action, I will vicious mockery the shield guardian over here.
Okay.
Cast. Goes. And he succeeds.
He is unaffected by your vicious mocking.
It's like, you call that being a shield guardian? You only knocked him down like 3 times. Shit.
He feels kind of inspired by your words. He's like, yeah, I'm doing a pretty good job. You're right.
Alright. That will end my turn. Let me click the button.
Keep helping the good fight.
Attack with disadvantage on that one.
Also cover.
Yes.
Wait,
Disadvantage and cover.
how can you give disadvantage versus ranged attack?
It's the shield or protection.
It's
Protection
any attack.
is only versus melee.
No, it's any attack that targets somebody within 5 feet of you.
Yeah.
I had to read and double check it. That's why I wasn't doing it before. But it's when any creature that you can see attacks a target other than yourself that is within 5 feet of it, you can impose disadvantage on the roll. I too thought it was only melee, but I double checked.
Yeah, because I've
just
played
now,
a protection
which is why-
fighter. I've played a protection fighter for a while now, and I'm like, but I'm never allowed to protect against ranged attacks. What's going on here?
You can definitely protect against ranged attacks.
Yeah, they just who you're protecting has to be within melee range of you, not the originating attack. Skirmisher 1 sees Johnny kind of laying on the ground there. Isn't going to take their chances. Instead targets Darkstorm. With devastating effect, she slams a bullet into Darkstorm. Darkstorm falls down, begins dying, bleeding out from the bullet wounds against her. As Shield Guardian 2 doesn't realize, saw that Korg had poured this like kind of healing potion into Johnny's mouth, so attempts to attack Johnny and lay him low again. Johnny is surprisingly effective at blocking blows from his back. He manages to get one hit off, which your inspiration from Melina, you kind of like shrug off as it kind of glances slightly skittering across your armored chest plate, but mostly is ineffective against you. And it's your turn, Johnny. I assume you stand up.
I would like to stand up. And then I'm going to try to kill this guy one more time.
Right?
Maybe not. One more. I can't hit anything.
How do you not have strength as a paladin? Oh,
I'm a Dexidin.
He's a Dexidin.
but one of the character class requirements is strength. Ah!
Only if you don't start
That-
as one.
That's why he can never multi-class.
Oh god. This is terrible.
Maybe I should just switch to one of those daggers.
Well, Darkstorm's dying. Take hers.
If you kill these skirmishers, the gun blades are finessable weapons.
Just have to get past this fucking wall of madness.
You
Alright,
don't
I'm-
like my shield warriors that tactically position themselves?
I mean, if we would have had earlier freaking initiatives, like our initiatives were terrible. Could have done something, but no. Everything went before us. Gord!
Alright, I am slapping the guy in front of him, and I have 2 attacks.
Are you gonna stand up?
Did I actually get knocked prone? Then yeah, I'm standing up.
Yes. You got.
I don't
Okay,
remember
Let
the
me
part.
remove
Yeah.
your prone then before you attempt to attack. All right, you're good.
Okay, I'm standing, and I'm going to slap the guy in front of Johnny. I guess I'll do it recklessly. Let me apply that. Where is my
Technically
reckless
still have
attack?
inspiration.
Nuisance rage. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I put it on, and now I just attack with this. Oh,
Yep.
long. So
With your longsword.
I crit.
I don't think
Korg leaps up from the ground, lets out his, rough cry, and swings his longsword with abandon and just chops straight in to the shield guardian's neck, almost all the way through, and you rip it out, and he collapses upon the pile of corpses from below and just adds to all these slave bodies as he bleeds out in front of you all.
Can I rotate around the guy? Do I have enough move speed for that? It'd be like 10 moves. There.
Let's see. You have 15. Because it's all difficult terrain from all the corpses, you could not get there.
Okay.
Because it costs half your movement to.
Also, I was wondering if it was
Wait.
10 if I went there and then there, but
Because
You already have your increased movement speed from being a barbarian. Yes, you can.
okay.
Because you have 20 feet of movement speed remaining.
I can't move
So-
Korg, so can you move him there?
Just so
Yeah, I
next
don't
time,
have
just
the
yeah, just drag to move there, and then let me know that's what you want to move,
Okay, okay.
and then
Then with my second attack, I'm going to attack this guy. Is he flanked at all?
there's no flanking in 5e.
But
I know. There isn't, but I was hoping maybe you'd let it.
It would just give you advantage, and you have advantage from reckless attack anyways. So
Oh, I thought I only got to use that for one attack. I didn't know it applied to both.
it's all your.
Sorry, I'm new to
all your-
Barbarian. My bad. Okay,
It's our ninth
Yep.
session.
that's it. But I've never had flanking, like,
We
or
almost
I've
have,
never had 2 attacks in it. This is my first time having 2 attacks.
we almost have like 30 hours into this campaign.
Yeah, but I've never had 2 attacks. This is the first session I've had 2 attacks. I don't think you're catching the part where I've never gotten to make 2 attacks before with the Barbarian. Alright, that's my turn. Moving on.
did you attack him?
Yeah, I did. I just missed.
Oh, I never saw it.
I rolled
I
a
don't
4
see
and a
the roll.
3. It's above
It looks like
all
you-
the...
That was your damage.
No.
You disconnected and then reconnected, so it looks like we didn't get your attack.
Oh.
You like temporarily lost connectivity.
Oh. It says... Oh, that is damage. Wait, it didn't roll my attack.
That was still from the first guy.
Yeah. So roll your attack.
What is happening? It keeps, like, I lose audio. Okay. Can I attack or not?
Yes.
Okay.
Roll your attack. Alright, you chip away. Darkstorm passed a death save. This skirmisher rushes out and attacks you with the sword part of her blade. She stabs you quite devastatingly, and then as a bonus action, she disengages and rushes to the other side.
Are they all rogues? Or not rogues, but halflings? Oh, they have... Yeah.
Rogues have bows.
This shield guardian is kind of torn between Korg and Johnny on the two sides, but he sees this exposed spellcaster, steps forward.
I get an attack, right?
You do.
Oh, it's still trying to double it.
Because you still attack recklessly all the way until your next turn.
Oh, shit. Alright. Alright.
It lasts until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
Neither of those
Didn't
damage
apply the
was
damage.
applied to the skirmisher.
You did.
I'm
You
still
didn't
clicked on
target-
him. I'm targeting
I
him.
got
What? I don't know.
I was
got it.
definitely targeting him, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but it's fine.
Did
So,
the original
there
10
we go.
hit him? Before the 11?
What are you talking about? I don't see a 10.
His first attack. Well, his
Oh,
second attack.
I see. That didn't
Yeah, it
apply
didn't apply.
either. I
Yeah.
see now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird. That's really weird. Are you sure you have him targeted? I'm not showing that you have him
I
targeted.
untargeted him just a second ago,
Okay.
but I had him targeted until he...
That's weird. But okay. Alright. He attacks Jahan. laying her low. He then steps forward to go after the prone Belina.
You can step on somebody? That's not cool. She's still there. She's not dead yet.
So if she does come to and tries to stand up, what happens in this case?
It's yeah.
Shut her off to the closest empty square.
Oh. Yeah, this just became a TPK.
The casters is then Belina.
I'm unconscious. I have 0 death save. Hang on, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and. Yep, that's a fail.
Drazar.
Okay. I would like to twin spell cast.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I can't do lay on or cure wounds, right?
Yes, you
If
can.
you're within
can?
5 feet of the people
You're
you're
within
trying to
5
heal.
feet of both.
All right, that's what we're doing here. And it takes a spell slot per cast, correct?
Nope.
Wait.
Just one spell slot.
Okay.
Am I back?
You can just target 2 people.
Right, targeting what's her face? Or... Okay. Cool.
Man, how do you get way out there again? What's going on?
I'm adjusting.
We are cure wounds.
He's gonna get pushed out to here.
Oh, so you can stand on her to attack me, but not when she gets healed. Oh,
Technically, he could stay there until the end of either Johanan or his turn, because you just can't willingly end movement there. But I'm pushing him out away from you.
Right, casted, healing both of them, and yeah, see where that goes.
You still have a bonus action if you have anything you can do as a bonus action. Otherwise,
I do not.
all
I
right.
mean, I could do, well, yeah, but it's a first level spell, so I can't do
So
2
you-
first level spells. Right,
No, you cannot.
so yeah, I'm done.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I can. Yes.
It's so weird.
It
'cause
looks
I
like
didn't
your
actually
computer's
do anything.
going crazy.
Are we all dead or what?
almost.
Well, once Korg opened up the back line, they kind of tore through your spellcasters.
Yeah.
And then, but then Drazar brought them back up.
Okay.
There's one guy there. But hey, real quick though, when did Johnny make an attack on him when he stepped forward to hit Alina?
He didn't.
Oh,
He
it's not
didn't
out, it's
leave
not out, is
Johnny's
it?
reach. And this skirmisher. Oh, hold on. That was incorrect. I apologize. You would only take 1 damage. Total. Let me adjust that real quick. And it kind of ducks out over to the side here and hides again. Johnny.
All right. I'm going to try to hit this guy. As I do. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna try one more
Or
time.
not. You're
Nope,
not a good
can't do anything.
longsword wielder.
Like, it's item interaction. Can I take the dagger from Darkstorm's corpse and you give me like a dagger attack, please?
Sure. You scoop up Darkstorm's. She's not dead yet. But yes.
Thank you.
Johannan.
Okay, so walk me through this if I'm wrong. But I am going to gust this guy in front of me to knock him back 5 feet, and then quicken Witch Bolt to cast on him. I can do that, correct?
Yes, because Gust is a cantrip. So he is pushed back. Sadly, Witch Bolt misses, but he is next to Korg now.
And if he moves, he's an opportunity of attack. I don't suppose Johnny gets an opportunity given that I was the one who...
No, he's still within
No,
5 feet of Johnny.
Yeah, and it wouldn't work that way anyways, because they have to. You don't get opportunity attacks on movement that doesn't use your action, reaction, or your own movement. So forced movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks.
I figured as much, but you know, we're dying. I could always help.
We're not gonna die.
Alright, if that's your turn, go ahead and click end turn.
Holy shit.
Korg, help!
Did it just roll both attacks?
What just happened?
I just picked up the longsword and dropped it once. That's it. Didn't even bother clicking the effect for reckless attack.
I don't know. Either way, you hit. So with your first attack, so you're fine.
Okay. But it rolled with advantage.
But the second one didn't, so we'll just count the second one.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make another attack. See what happens. I have no fucking explanation.
Something's
Yeah, it's a little weird.
messed up with your.
Something's fucked. Alright, does it hit or not?
No.
Okay.
It misses.
Then I'm gonna end my turn and then I'm gonna like log out, restart my computer. And...
Okay. Darkstorm failed a save. Skirmisher shoots at Korg. Hits. Need to. now does get the sneak attack. So Shield Guardian ineffectively swings at Korg over and over again, failing to find any attacks. Belina,
All right.
you are
So
currently prone.
I'm going to go ahead and stand up now. And I'm going to bonus action healing word Korg at 3rd level,
Okay.
targeting spell. Right click twice. Go. I targeted him. What the hell's going on? It didn't apply the healing. I don't know what's going on.
I can apply it.
Okay, yeah, it's just the game's being weird. I don't know what's going on because I haven't targeted 20 feet, and it's what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know, it's weird.
All right, so let me untarget, and then I'm going to target this shield guardian, and I'm going to viciously mock him, hopefully more effectively than I did his companion prior. Cast that. Okay, now I can't even select my character. What's going on here? Cast. And he passes. Apparently, you
does
cannot
not.
mock shield guardians.
They're just so good at what they do that they just
Yeah.
are unfazed. You're like, ha ha, you shield bashed him, and he's still alive. And he's like, what?
I don't know. All right, and then I will click the end turn button. I'll click that at least. There we go. All right.
How many saves and fails does Darkstorm have? It's one of each, right?
One of each.
I'm gonna join the Kill the Shield Guardian party. Apparently not.
You do have inspiration.
I will definitely use it. And also, I'm going to use Favored by the Gods on this roll.
You also have bardic inspiration from earlier that you could add a d6.
I'll do that too.
Oh my god.
It's necessary.
The same roll. This same roll. That's not going to help. Oh my god.
So a total of 13.
This is ridiculous.
A total of 13
That's not going to hit.
does not
No,
hit.
I give up. I'm going
This is
back
ridiculous.
downstairs.
The skirmisher shoots at Korg. The skirmishers are on
It's like
point.
they can't miss. I don't know what's going on. It's like we can't hit, they can't miss. We're just screwed.
Johnny, you have a dagger now. Oh, he's having connectivity issues.
Shit.
Tell you, we're having weird Wi-Fi problems out here on base.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Fantasy Grounds is acting up too. That's what's really weird about it.
It might be related to like the weird connectivity things we're having here. 'Cause I'm hosting it on spotty internet as well.
Oh.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It's your turn when you're fully in the game. Did you lose connection again? You want me to roll your attacks for you? Did we lose Johnny again? Alright. He's making 2 dagger attacks. I can just... We already know what he's doing. He's targeting the Shield Guardian, so he'll make his first dagger attack. Hits.
Yay!
He makes a second dagger attack. Also hits.
wait, I might be back.
I just did your 2 dagger attacks that both hit, and you almost killed the guy.
Oh, I was gonna smite him.
Oh, you want a smite? I can add a smite.
Yeah, I was gonna smite on the
just-
first attack just to try to
Okay.
kill him.
Well, the smite will definitely kill him. Because
I'm back.
he has like 2 hit points left. So you smite him, we mark off a smite, he's dead.
Alright, I'm back. I think I can do stuff again. And then I want to move to there, but I don't know. I can't move.
Alright, with the smite, he's dead. Johnny scoops up the dagger from Darkstorm's bleeding out, unconscious body. He turns, stabs the Shield Guardian twice, and one of them explodes with radiant power and just blasts the Guardian apart. Where did you want to move to?
Like over in front of these
Just-
two.
Just click drag. Okay, you can move there
I did.
with difficult terrain.
Yeah. So clicking and here it goes.
So I have tokens locked right now, so you guys can say where you want to move, and it'll show how much movement it'll take there, and then I approve the move. I'm just testing it out for right now because of difficult terrain and everything. It makes it easier to count the squares and everything.
Okay, and I did use both my attacks to kill that guy you said instead of just the first one.
Give me 1 sec. You still have 1 attack available. If you smite it on the first one,
Alright.
you'll be fine.
Yeah, take that. Stab the shit out of everybody in here.
Let the shanking commence.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Johannan.
Okay, so you said it's hold and drag to move?
Yep. Just like you would move normally, but what it'll do is then
Okay.
like so I know you can move there with your difficult terrain, so then I approve it. Okay. Then that's your turn, right? It's another thunderous
Yes.
boom. Korg. I don't know
Okay.
that he's. Are you
Can you see me?
back?
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Yeah, we
you.
can
I
hear
don't
you.
see you connected to the
You're not
game.
in.
Oh, I'm definitely not connected to the game. My computer's dying. Dead. I'm just on my phone. I target whatever is the closest person and attack them.
Okay.
Johanna, no.
Is that a bad move, guys? I can't actually visually see anything, so is that a bad move?
No,
No,
you're fine.
he was making the closest person to you was Johannan, so he was
Oh.
making a joke.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, don't attack the closest person, attack the closest enemy. I'm already happy.
the closest bad guy. That's who I target. And then I attack him.
All right. So you hit this skirmisher
And I want to put
for
both
8
attacks
damage,
into him.
and
Yes.
then you'll attack the skirmisher again,
Yes.
but you miss on your second attack.
Okay.
Then Darkstorm gets a critical success on her death saving throw and pops back up alive.
Wow.
Where's my
What are the odds of
dagger?
that?
She darts forward using her feline agility to get through the corpses, but she doesn't have a dagger anymore. So she stands there behind everyone. Wow. This skirmisher attempts to stab Johnny and misses. Belina.
All right. So can I move here, or is that too far?
I don't see the movement arrow. Okay, there? Yes, you can move
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Things to do. Things to do. I'm running out of things that I can do. I'm running out of things. I'm going to drink a potion.
Okay.
How does that even work?
Target yourself, and then you'll see under your actions for your potions,
Action.
there's a little heal button.
Action.
Did I not make that for you?
I don't see anything on
Do you have
my
a regular potion?
Yeah, I have a. Yeah, I just have regular potion of healing. I have 2 of them.
Okay, give me 1 sec. I thought I added this to everybody, but I guess it's
They're not.
missing from you. Potion of
I think it's in my
healing.
inventory, but not on my action.
Yeah, I gotta. Oh my god. I can't remember how I did it last time. Give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna make a custom one. Then we add. Yeah, it's 2d4 plus 2, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now you'll see your potion of healing under items, and then if you expand
Ooh.
it, you'll see a heal for 2d4 plus 2.
Yay.
How many of those did you say you had?
I have 2 of them. Away. Wait there. It's not
I'm
there
setting
anymore.
I'm setting your number.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
All right.
Oh.
Yay. I'll mark one of those up. All right. And that was my action. And I have no bonus actions that I can do. That requires a minute of performance. So my bardic inspirations are gone until I take a short rest. Yeah, no, done. So let me click the button. Hang on. Clicking the button. Okay.
Drazar.
I'd like to move to there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna twin cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Get better, guys.
You guys feel much better. Suffused with healing energy.
That's my turn.
The skirmisher attempts to attack Korg, fails to find purchase, and then disengages. Johnny. We may have lost Johnny again.
I'm back, I think.
Okay. Good old base Wi-Fi.
Yeah, okay, so it's my turn?
Yep.
Alright, get stabbed. Just kidding.
We're not.
Actually.
Do you want me to roll all your attacks for you in the future?
The DM is definitely rolling better
You-
than we are.
You have
I'm
bardic
gonna use my-
inspiration.
Hell yeah, get. Wait, did you see the 6 I just rolled for that?
It should actually be a D8.
Oh,
Have to edit that later. So 6. So,
it's still 6.
okay, so,
So
19.
will hit.
That will hit.
God, I wish I had a smite left. And then I want to actually, yeah, I want to move here.
Yeah, that'll work. You do your... So as you start to enter into this hallway, there's less corpses, and the restriction on movement is not as bad. Is that your turn?
Damn, skirmishers
Yeah,
running
hit the
across the
button.
room like nothing at all.
Yeah, it won't let me push it to the next person.
Johannan.
I just put in a movement request. And then can I... Taking a healing potion is a bonus action, yeah?
No, it's an action.
Oh, in that case, never mind.
So your fires inflame that skirmisher, and she just collapses dead upon the ground. Korg.
Can I get to there?
Yes.
Is there a
It'll
chance
take
I can
all your
go?
movement.
Okay, I was gonna say, is there a chance I can go 5 more feet? But okay, then I'm gonna attack, and I'm gonna do it recklessly.
Okay.
Well, that's great. Second attack. Hey, Johnny, before you move anywhere, pick up that gun sword thing at your feet.
Yeah, I already said in the chat that I'm 100% picking it up.
Okay. And then
whatever it is.
that's my turn.
Darkstorm runs forward as a distraction.
Okay. I would like to move here.
That's doable. You
Um,
could get next to Johnny on the other side if you wanted to. That would be the
Could I?
limit. Yeah. If you wanted to be here instead, you could make it to there. It's
yeah,
up
I
to you.
guess so. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. I'm going to attempt a vicious mockery, the skirmisher that's around the corner. Target.
Can you see the skirmisher from there?
I
Maybe it'd be
thought they
better
had
for
to
you
be
to
able
be
to hear. Hang on. I thought they had to be able to
a vicious mockery targets somebody you can see, and they have to be able to
Yeah,
hear you.
within range. Oh, so if I look
A target you can
looking
see.
from this corner, hold on. How do you do the line thing? See angles, hang.
So if you look at where you're at, since you have them targeted, you see that line, the 15-foot thing. I
Right,
think if
but
you
can't
were,
you? Isn't it from any
oh
corner?
yeah, you can draw a pointer. Yeah,
That's where. How do you do the pointer?
I'm trying to
thing?
figure it. So right click,
Right
and
click.
then you'll see pointers in the upper left. It's like a little arrow, and then draw arrow at the top, and then you can draw
click.
an actual arrow.
Okay. All right. And then from. I hit the button. Why did it? Oh. Point.
And then you have to draw it.
I hit the button and then it just disappears. There. Okay, so from there, it's at that angle?
Mm,
From that corner to that corner? Technically,
no, because if you zoom in, you'll see that it points there's the wall right
right?
there
And if I'm
that would block
if I'm
it.
back here going from the top corner,
Let's
so if
see.
I'm back in my other spot going from the top corner, yeah, every time I try and click to do pointers, it just arrow from there.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll say from
there.
there you can just see him enough to target him with vicious mockery.
Okay, all right then. That's what I shall do. So let me go ahead and undo all this other nonsense. Undo arrows and whatnot. Whatever. So target them, and then character sheet. And they succeed. This is getting me nowhere fast. Alright. And still nothing happened. Shall end my turn.
Drazar.
I'm gonna try to make it down the hallway as far as I can. Just, not sure where the
So
bodies
I
end.
will assume that you will choose to exercise your flying ability to fly slightly off the ground to avoid the difficult terrain of the bodies,
That sounds-
also granting you a 50-foot movement speed
That sounds
with your
perfect.
flight ability.
Yeah, exactly what I'm doing. So
You could get all the way to that back corner
like that one?
in the hallway if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
Yeah. Because I assume that your knowledge of your Aarakocra abilities, you'd be like, oh, I could just flap over these corpses real quick.
Corpse is no problem.
That's what Drazar would do,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Still new to this ability. I don't remember if it costs anything to activate it.
No, you just have a flying
No.
speed.
Sweet.
It's innate.
Alright, then I'm gonna try to slow this person down, because they're not gonna get away, hopefully.
You will hit. As the frost kind of slams into them and sort of encases their legs slightly, reducing their movement speed.
That'll be me.
It attempts to stab Korg with its gun blade, missing, and disengages. He does not get very far. And as it rushes past, you start to notice this commotion coming from these cells on the side. People they're like, what's going on? Hey, hey, let us out! Let us out! We can help, we promise! Johnny.
So I would like to item interaction, pick up whatever that person.
Cut again.
Alright. So,
Picking up the
you
gun sword.
have a gun blade. And then, give me 1 sec. It is, and I assume, you know, when you scoop up this, you can also, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how you set both the melee and the ranged attacks on it, but maybe I have to make 2 entries. I will let you scoop up some bullets with it as well. Yes, I can hear you.
Did my movement register?
Your
No.
movement did not. I got that you scooped up a gun blade.
Right.
Okay.
And try to move. Did it work that time?
Yeah, that time it worked.
And is the gun blade a martial weapon that I would just be familiar with?
It is a martial weapon that you, living in this world, you have the capability of using. It does have a loading property, so you can only fire it once, no matter how many attacks you have without feet. So you only get one attack with it from ranged. But it has a special property that allows you to attack in melee with it as well.
Nice. Alright, so actually. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I just want to shoot it, but I don't know how I can do that. If I can't shoot it once this round.
You could shoot it once this round, yeah.
Okay. I don't think. Oh, let me
We're
close
gonna
this.
assume you scooped up a few bullets with that as well, so I'll give you a.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna allow that. You kind of like reached up, grabbed those, and you're rushing over, and then quickly loading a round in the chamber to shoot at the skirmisher.
Okay, but I have a blank weapon in here. Oh, there we go. Or maybe not. Something changed.
You don't see it? It says gunblade, ammo
No.
10. No?
Let me close this a little bit.
It's
No, but that may be just because my stuff is not working correctly.
yeah.
You can just go ahead and roll for me. Or I'll roll independently, but I don't have it on my bar now.
You successfully hit with your gunblade.
Yeah, I get shot.
Alright, but you can only fire off the one shot this round. So
That works.
Johannan.
Thank you.
Okay. Starting with healing potion. Can I get to there?
Yes.
That'll finish me up then.
Korg.
Can I move there?
Yep.
Can I attack this person twice recklessly?
Yes.
Perfect. Minimum damage. This just sounds like. It didn't. Oh, there it goes. I was gonna say it didn't apply damage.
I had a bit of a hiccup there.
Oh, okay. Wait, is she dead?
How do you kill the final skirmisher?
So, running forward and slamming my blade just straight through like the neck head and just, I don't know, gashing it open into about the eye range.
Alright. You rush forward and stab. The blood kind of sprays out, it collapses to the ground. You kind of like catch your breath as you guys are out of this brutal and devastating combat. Several of the people in these posh cells, they're kind of standing at the cell. They're like, again, they're like, let us out! Let us out, please! We've
we let
done
him out,
nothing
guys?
wrong.
Can I go back and search some of these bodies for keys?
Well,
Yes.
that one guy that ran up here earlier, he had the key.
I doubt you have done
So-
nothing wrong. Or
As
otherwise you
you
would not be in a
search
cell.
through the, you find on that shield guardian, you do find a set of keys from earlier. Let me unlock tokens for now. Okay, now you guys can move freely.
All right. I'd also like to take a look at the weapons that the grenadier and the rifleman had. See if any of that looks like it's usable by anyone in the
Yep.
party.
So the rifleman was known as he had a short sword, and he had what's known as a long musket. It's a long rifled musket type item. And then the grenadier, all his bombs exploded, of course, so
Right.
there's no bombs available. But he did have this strange large barreled kind of short nubbed cannon. It looks like it's capable of firing both like as a regular weapon, but it looks like you can load it up. He has this pouch that looks like a sort of scatter shot that looks like it can be loaded in such a way to enable like a wide kind of cone type blast that can affect multiple people.
Oh, fun. Can anyone in the party use those?
Anyone who is trained with full martial weapons can use them.
All right, so not me, for one. So pretty much the paladin, or the barbarian. Fun. Oh, maybe do rogues have martial weapon training? Or just short
They do
sword?
not.
They have
Yeah,
very
like
specific
short
stuff.
So short sword. Can bards use short swords?
Yes.
I will take the short sword.
So I'm adding some of those items to this
The gun
to your
blade is
party.
showing up now. Thank you.
sheet. And then you also on that hand cannon guy, you find a series of special like strange bullet ammunition that seems to crackle with electrical energy. And you find a total of 30 of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass those off. Whoever's gonna be using those. And I'll take a long sword. Apparently, I'm proficient in long swords too. Since he discarded his long sword, I'll take the long sword instead. Because I'm apparently proficient in those things.
Do we have 10 minutes?
Wait, no, that's strength. Short sword, I can use dex on. Never mind. That's short sword. This.
So I can probably use that little scatter shotgun if you guys, if Cork doesn't.
I don't
And
want.
there's another gun blade as well.
I don't want the gun.
And the gunblade's also martial, right?
Yes.
Uh,
All of these are martial.
So I can
Yeah.
actually swing it like an actual sword. Because it's a gun sword. Is it a
Yes.
short sword? So it does 1d8, or long sword does.
It deals let me open it up real quick because I want to make sure I have the melee damage correct on it. I don't want to lie to you.
Could we be sitting
Sorry,
here for
give me 1
roughly
second.
10 minutes?
You could be. There's a bunch of people kind of yelling and screaming at you, asking you to
We-
help them and
We don't.
let them go and save them because they've done nothing wrong and they don't deserve to be here.
We
I
really do have to be in somewhat of a hurry, though, because the crew is still up on the boat, and we want to make sure that they are protected.
We could
Oh.
probably use the fodder and help move these people though to get out of here.
LA Noir meme where I press the doubt button.
So those the gun blades wouldn't happen to
The
be
blade-
finesse weapons.
The blade is the equivalent of a short sword.
Okay, then I'm fine with what I got.
So you wouldn't rule that bards would be able to use this since bards are proficient with short swords?
You could use the blade portion with proficiency. The
But not the gun blade.
let me see what you're proficient with to see if you might have proficiency for the pistol.
Because I've got longbows. I've got simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, short swords, longbow, and halberd.
Yep.
So unless
I'll
it's
allow
a
it.
hand
I'll
crossbow,
allow you to use the pistol portion as a kind of an equivalency to a hand crossbow portion.
Yes. I shall
So,
take the other gun
but
blade
like
then.
the hand cannons and the like the
No.
muskets and stuff like that, you
No.
wouldn't
No,
have
definitely not. I 100% respect that decision. Because yeah, like no. But yeah, I'll definitely take that other gun blade then. 'Cause I would be proficient in it. That's awesome.
I do need to set up the
I'm just assuming that nobody has anything that is of any use to us.
I think, like Johnny said, these guys might be of use to us. Wink, wink.
Ooh, can any of you guys actually cast any spells, though? That would be the more helpful if you.
I guess we're gonna take a couple minutes for this. I'll cast Prayer of Healing to try to boost us back up.
So you ask the guys if they can cast spells? Like, no, that's the problem. That's why we're imprisoned here.
It's true. Spellcasters are nobility. Usually.
And he kind of looks at you as you're talking. It's like, usually, yes. But when you're born a noble and you don't have the gift of Aether, they lock you up here in these fine 10 by 10.
Well, that's not right at all.
Yeah, so they actually
To be
believe
born
we're all-
without magic into a noble family is an embarrassment.
Can you guys hear me?
That's not right.
I
Yeah.
keep dipping in and out. Sorry. Well, then perhaps we should set these guys free. They may actually know some very important people to help us out of trouble later.
I agree.
Well, Belina comes over with the keys and starts unlocking doors.
But is
And-
very closely guarded by her turtle friend right by. Because does not fully trust these people.
They are quite happy to be released. They kind of shake your hands. They're like, "Thank you so much. Thank you."
Have you seen?
Do you have a plan on how to get out of
person?
here?
Well, we have a ship, but have you seen a bird person with dark feathers being brought into the prison?
Just your friend back there, and he kind of points towards
No,
Drazar.
not quite. Like, but nothing else. No other person.
No, I'm sorry, I haven't.
He's got a white left eye.
They don't. I haven't seen any other bird people back here. Was he a noble? Because if he wasn't a noble, he wouldn't be in these cells.
Where would he have been?
Well, usually they take the lesser. Not to imply that anybody here is lesser. I saw your magical abilities. You must be nobles as well, but they store them in the lower level typically, unless they're have special skill sets. In which case,
Oh,
they usually take them to their processing area. I'm not sure where that is. I've just heard the guards talk about it before. That they have a special holding room for those with special skills.
He was a what was the term you used? Bird person? What was his skill?
He was very good at making documents.
Special document.
All the any document. He's very specifically inconvenienced the port master at 3 ports.
Is this a short rest?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I wish. God, I wish. Okay, yeah, was forgery his word, yes?
A forger. That might qualify, yes, as a special skill that they could utilize.
Oh, okay. Guess may have to look for a special room, although we're not doing so well. Okay, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna unlock other cages. Do we want to explore the other direction, or are we just gonna go straight down the path we?
Why not do what we did before and let them all go up first?
Well, no, I understand that,
Oh,
but there's an entire half of this map that we have not seen.
I'm with you.
So, I'm going to unlock these cages along this hallway.
With protection.
Okay. Is anybody taking the long musket, and who's taking the lightning rounds?
Oh, Belina would have grabbed the lightning rounds and given them to whoever takes the weapon that uses them.
Yeah, I think I was going to use that one because Korg didn't want it.
So I would have
Okay.
then given
And is
it.
anyone taking the medieval sniper rifle?
I don't think anyone's going to be able to use it except for the Dex Paladin.
How heavy is it?
How heavy is it?
Did you say medieval sniper rifle?
He did,
Yeah.
but
It weighs 9 pounds.
I touch it. I touch my belt. Fish tacos.
And Drazar yells out fish tacos, and the musket goes to their goes into one of his pockets.
Yay.
Nice.
Alright. So, do we want to go look at the other side of the map and release those prisoners as well?
Yeah, we
Yes.
might as well.
Okay, give me a second. Let me I need to get your guys' gun blades and stuff set up. So we have so many weapons now.
Yay.
Action. Because I have to make the melee gun blade manually. Because it only auto adds the stats for the pistol part.
I see. isn't it dex based, not strength based?
It is. I'm changing it to that now.
Oh,
It's just
okay. Yay.
all right, and then you both got ammo for the ranged portion. So the hand cannon for Johnny, as a special attack, you can load scatter shot rounds in it, and it works kind of like as a. It makes a cone that has a dex saving throw assigned to it, but you don't have any scatter shot rounds currently. He didn't have any on him. The lightning rounds that you have, you can add 1d4 lightning damage when you load a lightning ball into and you can use those on pretty much any weapon.
Oh, you can use those on the gun blades too?
Yes.
Oh, can I have just a few of them?
So there's a total of 30. They're in pouches of 5 each, so you guys can choose. There's 6 pouches total. So if you guys want 3 and 3, maybe.
Yeah, that works.
Sweet.
And then let me set that up for you guys. Two, 3. So what I'm gonna do is I'll make that as an effect. I wasn't sorry, I was not prepared for this like I should have been.
No. We went a little crazy there, and I'm sorry I blew up your grenadier.
No, that was beautiful. I love that. That was great. I thought it was gonna kill both of them, but it sadly it did not.
I was like, okay, he just blew us up. Yeah, no. Because if he can do that again, no.
Add an effect. This effect would be damage. 1d4 lightning. Let me make sure I do that right. If you guys want to like take a short break, bathroom or whatever, while I set this up.
Sounds good.
I need to just see, make sure I'm typing this correct. Target self. Expend on next roll. Right, so how it'll work is when you use a lightning bullet, you'll see a thing under effects called lightning rounds, and then what you'll do is you'll just click that and apply it to yourself, similar to like if you were doing a like a smite attack or a sneak attack or something like that.
Wait, what happened?
When you want to use one of your lightning rounds, you'll apply the effect to yourself, similar to a smite or whatever. It'll be it'll add 1d4 lightning to your next attack. And of course, these are only bullets. They don't work on the melee attack or anything like that. And then you have a total of, you each have a total of 15. Lightning rounds. Now I'm going to make a quick run to the bathroom, and then we'll pick back up again. All right, everyone here?
Yep.
Yes.
Rowena will be back on in just a second.
All right, I put a poll. Once we have everybody check mark in that we're good to go, we'll press.
Sorry, I set him to work making me cheese.
It's okay.
All right, I'm back. Okay, so I believe we were going to go to the other side and open those cells as well, for the part that isn't explored.
All right.
Go back around this way.
Did we ever find out exactly where the special people get held?
No, they didn't know. But I'm going to open up more cells and see
We
if
did.
any of these people know.
There were also the holding cells that had like the warding or something that we passed by on the way down here. If you guys
Yeah, we'll get to those too, but that's closer to the exit where more bad guys might be. So we should look at the back area
So
first.
as you come down this way, you see more posh cells. They're, they're well appointed. There's only about 3 more people on this side, kind of well dressed, kind of noble. As you come around, the people that you released on the other side, kind of engage with them and talk to them, explain kind of what's going on to make it easier. And they're eager to get out of here as well. But they also have heard rumors about this this special holding cell, but they don't know where it is because they've spent all their time kind of here.
You might have to attack and interrogate the warden to get information on special cell. If we can get to him. So unlocking the last of these and then coming down this way.
Polina,
Yes.
as you join Johnny here in this area, you notice this strange kind of discoloration in the tiles on the floor here. You didn't quite pick it up last time because you were rushing through the room, but it looks like spots of kind of red drops that kind of lead towards this kind of northern wall, right above where Johnny's at, and just seem to like disappear against the wall in an unusual pattern.
Can I inspect the wall? I guess.
Yeah, you make an investigation check.
All right. Skills, investigation. Oh, I do so well at these. I may lucky this. If depending. 14. That's not bad.
So
Oh,
you
terrible.
kind of look around, and you kind of press against the wall. It seems kind of normal to you. Nothing out of the place. It's just this nagging kind of doubt that because this weird pattern. So it takes you a while, and you just kind of keep at it. And eventually you find this small little catch. It takes you a good like 5 minutes or so though to search it
All
out.
right.
And it looks like there's like kind of like a brick that's kind of loose that you could maybe jiggle a little bit or maybe press upon, set into the wall itself.
I press the brick.
When you do so, the wall kind of slides away, revealing a large chamber beyond. This chamber is not as well appointed as some of the other areas, but you see beyond it, there's a desk set in kind of the middle of the room, and there's various around the outside. There's some blood stains on the floor, which you see more piled up on the other side of this wall. You notice several people chained to the walls. They don't really look alive. They look like they've been there for a while. The smell of death just kind of overwhelms you. And at this desk, you see a small bird-like person chained to it, scribbling away at paper. Just it's lit by like a very light, weak lamp source upon there. It doesn't look up when you open the door. It just starts scribbling faster and more furiously, keeping like its head down. It's a little shorter than Drazar's height, and kind of as it scribbles away, it's kind of black feathers are kind of molted. They look a little worn and faded. Like it's not looking too good. Some of the feathers look like they might be missing, and it just stays focused on its task at hand, scribbling across these papers.
Um,
Father!
Sir?
He squawked.
Ah!
I check the keys to see if I have one for his chain.
So as you kind of rush in, it looks up at you. It is one milky white eye, and you know
Is it on the left or the right?
he's like,
Yes. That doesn't make any sense to me. Try again.
Whoosh!
is it what eye is milky white on your father?
The left.
The left eye is milky white, and it squawks when you go in there, and he's like, so happy to see you.
What is going
Do I
on? What
find the
happened?
key?
So it kind of looks at you. It makes the sound of like scribbling paper, and then the sound of manticles repeats this sound of like screams echoing, the sound of a whip snapping, the sound of blades kind of moving, which you interpret, being well known, you kind of pick up that he's letting you know like he's been forced to work here under threat of like torture and being like beaten.
What do they have you making?
He kind of pushes the paper over, and he makes the sound of it sounds kind of like the warden up above. It's like his exact voice, and it's like, copy these papers. And it goes through, and it looks, as you kind of rifle through them, it looks like he's making these documents that are ceding land rights to different people for service well done in the Empire at Nergoth prison. And it's affixed with like this official looking seal, and it looks like he's forging documents in order to increase the wealth and power of the warden.
Alright, we're done with all this.
Do I find a key?
You do not find a key.
I don't have. Do we have a rogue that can pick the lock?
You do have a rogue that can pick the locks. For now. Darkstorm joins you in the room.
How nice of her.
And she picks the lock easily, freeing Drazar's father.
I give him a bird 5. We're getting out of here.
Honestly, special chain locks easier than cell locks downstairs. No understand at all. It just walks out.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Johannan, do you have any fire?
Has your dad been hanging out with Matthew Mercer?
Quite well.
He makes the sound of
Oh
fire.
yeah, I was working on my tea. What did you have in mind?
Can you burn all of these documents but the one that we're gonna take? That way the clearly evil warden can't get away with this.
As you
According
mentioned,
to this,
the warden,
Firebolt will.
it can set fire to it,
Firebolt
yes.
will. Yep. So, and it's a cantrip, so I don't have to use my itty bitty dwindling spell slots. So after we take whatever we're going to take from this room, I'll go ahead and torch the rest.
Yeah, forget the rest of this entire room.
There's not much else in the room other than like the hanging bodies that look like they were kind of tortured to death in the corners, possibly as a way to like keep people in line. They just kind of, messed them up pretty hard. And then, as you talk about the warden, he looks at you anxiously, and he replicates like a few sounds that you recognize as different he's kind of like making these different spell-like sounds, and he's like, warden.
Clayton.
Alright.
So the warden is a caster? Oh, that could be a problem.
He's probably got all his spells.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we should check the rooms that had the glowing symbols on the floor. They may be able to help with that
I
problem.
don't. Oh, yes.
What do you think, Captain?
Whatever we're going to do, we have to do it quick, because our crew could be in a lot of danger right now.
Then he makes a few more sounds. He nods. Like, yes, yes.
So
You recognize that these sounds sound eerily familiar to the bomb explosion that you experienced earlier, and the musket fire from uh, the Empire Deadeye.
so you're saying these red symbols are
So-
traps?
No, he re-emphasizes
The warden is
warden
protected
again.
by people with guns.
Certainly.
Yeah,
I think so.
okay.
Probably.
Then we should go.
Yes.
There are probably more gun people up on the next level. We should be ready for that.
Alright.
Let's go. They're taking far too long.
We're just standing here right now. I don't know what's going on.
Come along,
So
Father.
yeah, let's go.
Your father follows you.
Do we want to unlock all of these guys too?
I want to get to these special cells on the side, but yes. So we'll be unlocking those. So I come around here and I look at these individuals with the special rooms on the floor.
Alright. So, as you approach the first cell, you see this like scraggly goblin kind of scratching away. He kind of runs from side to side, scratching at the wall, kind of speaking to himself in goblin, just muttering and making like twitchy noises. For this, from this bottom cell, kind of like over here. Hey, are you letting people go?
Yes, right now we are.
Well, not all of them.
What are you in here for?
That's a long story. How do I know I can trust you?
You're
We
the one that's
just
locked up
got
in the
a
doors
Big
right now.
fight with guards.
You should probably be a little less cautious since we're the ones that can get you out right now. Why should we trust you?
Who is this guy
Okay.
again?
He kind of looks you over and how do you feel about the Empire? Speak true.
Not very good people.
Fuck the Empire.
He kind of judges you, looks over you a little bit, then nods. I'll tell you what my crime is. It's a crime for believing that the Silvash deserve to have independence from the Empire. See, in my home, Yelvarin, I was the leader of a organization, you might say, that believed that the Empire was not the way that the Silvash should follow, despite the power and influence we gained for being arcane casters within the Empire. I wanted us to go back to our ancient roots from before the Empire was around, from olden times, where we could govern ourselves. My own daughter, Kalandri, betrayed me. She accepted an apprenticeship at the Tower of Wavern, the capital city of Arkenvale, and the price was to turn me in and disband my group of, you might say, rebels. They imprisoned me here, locked me up inside this cage in order to keep my meager magical abilities at bay. He kind of taps the circle below him. He's like, this arcane circle prevents me from being able to summon my magic while imprisoned here.
So did the girl turn you in?
He's here.
Yes.
Well, yes, but did she turn him in?
Yes.
Ugh.
Kalandri betrayed me and handed me over to the Empire.
What
That's
a
what betrayal
bitch.
is,
That just-
Tor.
That is how I came here. To be here.
What a horrible person. I am so sorry for that betrayal.
I go ahead. I'm gonna let you out now. Help us get out of here for the rest of the way with your magic. If we let you out,
I can help. I'm not the most powerful mage. I spent my time studying ancient ways, scholarly pursuits. The ways of the Sylvash from before the Empire. I do not have much magical power, but what I have I shall lend to you to help you escape this place.
It's better than
do you
nothing.
know what's up with Goblin Person in cell next to you?
He is mad. An insane creature.
Oh,
I would not advise letting him go unless you can find some way to get through to him. From what I understand, he is a powerful shaman from his tribe. But he's unpredictable at best.
see, that would be a problem. I go ahead and I unlock this guy's cell, and I go back over and I look at this goblin.
He looks at you, staring at him, and then he rushes forward at the cage and darts his hand out, reaching forward to kind of grab out at anybody there, just frantically trying to grasp.
Do you speak the Imperial tongue?
He kind of talks to himself, muttering and chittering, and kind of in goblin, and then kind of looks up at you. He's like, "I speak the tongue. Yes." And then he goes back. He starts scratching, kind of at the walls. You notice that his cell's like a mess. The bed's been torn to shreds. Like,
Well, it looked like you got through to him. Just open that up now.
You want out?
kind of stops, looks at you. Yes. Let us out.
You
Wait. There's more than one of you in.
Let us out. Let us out. Let us out. Yes. Yes. Let us out. Yes.
you
Yes.
go fight guards.
Yes.
Yes.
Let us out. Let us out.
Let them
Starts
out.
Pacing around the room, just muttering over and over. Let us out. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Does
I
anybody?
look at everybody else in the group. I look at everybody else in the group and I say, "Move away that way." And I point down away from the exit to the back toward the inside. Move that
Yes.
way. Yes.
It's
move that
everybody
way.
behind me.
No. And you,
No.
you move this way too.
Yes, other side. I will protect.
every-
I will be up front here in case little man here does something weird.
No. We want him to go through first.
But that. What if he turns on us? I will
No,
stand here, but that is as far back as I will go.
Okay. I would ask Johnny to move back to the other side as well.
I think
I would
Johnny's
assume that he would
disconnected
do
right
so.
now.
He is disconnected from voice, so I would assume that he would do so, and probably this guy as well, to get everybody, as many people out of this goblin's way as possible.
Perfect.
Want everybody further into the dungeon. And
This
then
is
I
a
will
mistake, I
unlock-
believe.
We're gonna let him go
I
first.
kind of agree. This dude's a little too crazy and unpredictable. Let's just get out of here. We've saved enough people.
All right. I feel bad, but okay.
I agree with the captain.
He's a psycho. Clearly, look at him. He's scratching and screaming. And nobody can like calm him down. You
Dangerous.
guys have magic and stuff. Make him stop.
Dangerous like
Let
all
us
the
out!
goblins.
I don't-
Let us out! Let us out! You promised, let us out! He rushes up to the bars of the cage and starts shaking them, reaching out. You notice he has several like rats kind of crawling over his person. He kind of like they come out of a pouch and kind of crawl over him.
He has rats?
Let us out!
The animals
I want to talk to the rat.
You're gonna take 10 minutes to
I mean, we've already taken enough time.
I
right?
can just talk to the rats with my ability,
Okay. Like that.
which I don't have to take 10 minutes for.
Okay, yeah, I get it. I'm useless. Go ahead.
No, you're not useless.
I'm slow and bulky. I get it. I'm not sleep.
I asked the rats in the hedgerow. Will your master help us get out, or will he attack us as well?
So you get the vague impression from the rats that they're not so much like nice pets. They're not like Rumpelstiltskin. They're kind of terrified of him, and they live in fear. And you know the impression that he uses them as like sacrifices to fuel his magic.
Oh, yeah, no, we're not letting him out. No. No. He's crazy. No. Bye. Have fun. You stay in cell, crazy person.
Should have listened to the captain.
It's like, no! No! Let us out! Let us out! You promised let us out! No!
I promise nothing. Walking away.
He goes back in Goblin, and you get the distinct impression that he's cursing you in Goblin. As he starts yelling and screaming at you guys.
Yep. Nope. Leaving now. We're leaving, yes.
We're just abandoning this dude.
Yes.
Yes, you guys are leaving
100%.
the insane goblin shaman who fuels his magic by sacrificing animals behind.
Well, I mean, we are a band full of mostly animals. Probably a bad idea to bring them.
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck, friend.
No! Let us out! Let us out! And as you're kind of walking away, he's like, I heal you! Let me out! I heal you! Heal, yes! Yes, heals! Yes!
Yes,
magic!
yes.
No belief, no trust, no.
Yeah, can we roll insight on that?
Sure.
Can I just provide like assistance advantage, trying to check for insight myself? Or do I have to?
So it's hard to discern his full intentions here because he's insane, but you get the feeling like he's sincere that he would heal you.
Or is he just saying anything he can to let us?
Well, worst case scenario is we kill him if he.
He seems sincere in his desire to escape, and he seems sincere that he has the ability to heal you. It's not a lie.
So just because he can heal doesn't mean he will. I don't know. It's your guys'.
It's difficult to get a read off of him because he's so insane. But it doesn't seem. He doesn't seem like he's gonna stab your eyes out at the moment.
Let's do it. Let him out.
Why don't we let him out?
Well,
Let him go up first. Tell him clear the
Okay. All right. I hand the keys to the captain. Here you go, Captain. Let him out.
Creep.
As you open the cell, he rushes forward and he immediately like grabs you, Korg. And as he does so, he kind of you notice that his fingers are like curved in to like strain. They're like sharpened points, and he grabs a rat, digs it in his fingernails into the rat, and then grabs it and he rips a chunk out of the rat's mouth. And when he does so, this like dark energy kind of suffuses you, and he heals you.
Oh, I was getting ready to roll initiatives.
That was terrifying.
How much did he heal for?
I will let you know.
I thought I saw my bar move. Oh, it was Johnny moved. Okay.
He heals you for 3.
Well,
So
guys,
far,
I feel better. I think it worked.
he's a man of his word. Let's keep him.
Then let's get out of here.
I point towards the exit.
What's this little object on the
goblin.
ground in the very far corner here? It's like a sewer. Here.
That's what is this? It's the light source embedded in the floor that glows out. And then he goes through and he continues. He leaps to Johnny, grabs another rat, and like bites down. And he heals Johnny for 6.
Thank you.
Do we want to hurry and get
Okay,
the
then.
people on the other side?
I would use
He's-
restoration on him if I had
he's-
the spell slot.
He's ripping through these rats. He heals Johanan for 7.
I'm gonna just kind of, well, yeah, it's fine.
And he heals Belina for 7. And it's like this like strange gleam comes into his eyes. It's like, bargain struck, bargain made. We heal you like you promised. Yes,
I point
yes.
towards the exit. Yes, yes.
We
Exit that way.
appreciate it. And the ones who captured you are that way.
That way.
Now we kill you. And roll initiative.
What?
I accidentally double clicked, but I'm just gonna take the first one that landed.
That's fine.
Oh, except for it overrode it. Whatever.
Belina.
Okay. So he's going to kill us. I was afraid of this. That's why I didn't want to let him out. Looks at Korg. So, I guess I'll attack this person with my new gun sword using the melee portion.
Okay.
He's right in front of me. I forgot
You
the
didn't.
target. Let me try that again then with the actual target. That was kind of pointy. Okay. with the target. Okay. Now, damage.
He lets out this shriek of pain. He's like, ah! Kill you! Kill you! Kill you!
And I move over here. And I will end my turn. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let him take that attack of opportunity, and I'm going to move way the hell over here.
Alright. He pulls out this like weirdly fashioned, it looks like it's a piece of like antler horn, and he kind of like tries to stab at you with it, but he misses.
Okay.
Forgot to roll my initiative. I'm done.
Oh, I gotta hit my turn button. I'm sorry.
Johnny.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna try to slash him with the gun blade. I guess I need to target him.
You got it.
That hits. Just roll your damage.
I'm not the only one.
Wow.
You rolled
Okay.
the wrong damage, but we'll take it. Remember, roll your melee
Yeah.
damage, not your
Oh, oops.
range damage. But it's fine.
Fair enough. I'm gonna try to attack him again. Tell him that he needs to go upstairs and fight his real enemies, or else he's gonna die here.
He lets out more screams of pain and anguish as you chop at him. And then if that's your turn, be Drazar. It explodes and dies.
Well, I mean, aside from murdering someone, we still netted some hit points off it.
Is it really murder if he kills you, or if he attacks you first? I think it's called self-reference.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
That
well,
was
Thalsamar
unnecessary.
looks at you and he kind of shakes his head. I told you that he was unstable.
but he also told us he could heal us, and he did. That is a goblin of.
Okay,
Alright, we're
let's
gonna check
get
the
out
other
of
side.
here.
Let's just get the hell out of here. We
let's
got
go.
what we wanted. Let's go before the crew is in.
Fair enough.
Alright, are you guys heading upstairs?
Yeah.
If we yell out down this other hallway over here, say, hey, is anyone down there? Does anybody respond?
Yes. You
What do they say?
hear a faintly female voice, and he's like, "Yes, I'm here."
Oh, then we'll have to save everybody in the whole prison.
Captain, this was your choice.
Does she sound hot?
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
She sound robotic.
very charismatic.
Because if there's girls there, I wanna
I
do
wanna
them.
do them.
All right, we'll hurry. Just run ahead and let everybody out. Let's go. Wait, I still have the keys, huh?
All right.
I'm gonna go see.
I'll take the keys back.
No, you won't. I still have them, and I have not relinquished my grip. Here's your keys back.
Okay.
Thank you. I take the keys and I
Sorry,
go.
guys. It's my It's my duty to make sure everyone's safe.
It's my duty to protect the crew that's up there probably dying right now.
Okay. What do we see?
I'm getting
This
a little
cell
ragey.
is empty.
Cell is empty. Next cell. What's in this cell? Oh, there's a person. Who is this
This
person?
cell has a half-elfin woman dressed in a strange garb, kind of naturey, kind of fey-like. That she looks at you as she approaches with a steely gaze. She's like literally steel gray eyes, not like a natural color that you would expect in a half-elf. And as you approach, she's like, "Are you freeing everyone? I heard the commotion of a battle earlier."
Yes, yes. We free people. Yes, yes.
Hold on,
Then-
wait just 1 minute. What's around the other corner up here? I'm leaving.
That
It's
cat.
it's an empty cell.
Okay. All right. You help us get the rest of the way out. Yes.
If you free me, I'll join your cause. For the purpose of escaping this place, yes.
Okay. That worked for me. Worked for you, Captain?
Oh, what? Did you hear any?
Yeah. Said will help us get out.
Oh, sure. What can you do? Do you need weapons or something? Cause the last person we freed tried to attack.
No, I do not need weapons. I am infused with the power of my patron.
Wait, then why are you in here?
Oh, she's one of those.
I have
Hey,
sworn service to an ancient fey being who grants me power.
The Empire doesn't like them because their power isn't natural.
Their power not from Aether.
Oh,
You
You
know a
made it.
lot, Drazar. Or not Drazar, the bird person. You know quite a bit. Whose
it's the
name I
name
don't know.
Paybotch's jacket Sister Zar gives it away.
I like it. I like
You
it
know
better
quite
than
a
it
bit
knows
about
my
the
name.
ways of the pact.
Let her out and let's be on our way.
Okay. Lilina opens the door.
And roll initiative.
She kind of brushes off her clothes and steps out. She's like, "Do you have a plan for being able to take out the warden and the guards?"
We have a plan. It's attack.
Captain's kind of forceful.
Your
But yeah,
your
that's
plan
kind
is
of
to
it.
just attack people?
Well, it has worked out for the last dozen guards that we've already killed.
She sighs. She's like, "This is a horrible plan. Let me.
You have better?
How many of them? How many are you here?
About
Bring
6 of
bring
us.
everybody to me. I have an idea that should
Oh.
help."
7 because we rescued. 8 because there's 2 Tagalog.
My dad can't exactly
Plus-
fight.
Plus five nobles that you released earlier
Oh, they're chilling with us too.
Right.
Oh yeah.
that are following you around.
I can't move the other wizard person.
It's fine. He's traveling with you.
Okay.
So everybody kind of groups up. And she's like, "You have to trust me on this.
Wait,
Do
before you do anything, there's my hammer. I need my hammer.
okay.
But it's
Where
up
is
in
your
the,
hammer?
Locker.
it's in the chest upstairs. I
Well-
cannot leave without my hammer.
If this works, then it should help you get your hammer."
Okay. But I can't leave without my hammer. I cannot. It cannot be.
I understand. So again, you must trust me on this. Do not resist. Do you understand?
Can I
Can I,
see if she has nefarious other plots?
What?
Can I see if she has like nefarious other plots going?
You want to do an insight check?
Sure, yeah, that's the word.
Okay.
If that's the word, then yes, that's what I'm after too.
Korg, she seems fine. She's on the up and up. Everything seems okay. Same to you, Johanna. And you, Belina.
Woohoo!
what do you think, Captain?
The last
I
person we
think-
trusted attacked us.
Right.
This other sorcerer guy that's with us, he's just chilling over here. He warned us pretty well about the last guy. So, what is your opinion of this one? I trust your opinion was correct on the last person we saved. What?
He's like, I don't know. This person, we're kept in separate cells on opposite sides of the prison. I only knew enough about the goblin because I had to live next to him and hear his mad wails and cries constantly. This is a decision that you'll have to make. Is it Captain? I'm sorry, I gave my name, but none of you have given me yours.
You said mine right out the gate.
This is the other guy.
All right. Well,
Okay,
I-
do we trust them? Let's do it. The crew's in
Exactly
danger.
what is
we
your
need to-
intention, so that we know what we're not resisting?
My patron has granted me powerful magics. One of these is a spell that is known as seeming. It's an illusion that I could cast upon us to make us all appear as someone else. I intend to make us all appear as members of the guard so that we can attempt to walk out of here safely. It's important to remember that it's just an illusion, however. It can't change any physical aspects of what you look like or appear like.
Let's do it. It sounds like it's a good plan to me. As long as I get my hammer, though, I have to have my.
Johanna nod.
So she kind of weaves the spell, and it takes form, and all of you are encased in this illusional image that makes you appear as members of the guard. For Belina and Johnny, she makes you look similar to the skirmishers whose gun blades that you already carry. And then for Korg, she makes you look like one of the shield guardians. And then for Darkstorm, she also goes with skirmisher, and then Johanan, Jazar, and Dalsamar, you look more just like regular guards, not necessarily like kitted out, just the plain tavern sort of unaffiliated guard members, and then she takes on the appearance of a guard herself. You all appear, slightly different. You look human. You have like the Empire tabards across you, kind of steely. The features, it's very passable.
all right. I'll do the talking. I'll talk our way out of this. I can tell them that we subdued the uprising. Hopefully, they will believe what I have to say. As I use my last spell slot and cast freaking. Why do I have no? Oh no. What's going on? My action tab looks different. Oh, I only have first level slots left. Never mind. I Can't do that. Oh well. Just go do it with inspiration. Because I have
All right.
2 of them. I might as well use them.
Alright, so you guys are gonna start head upstairs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Map. Prison level 1.
There's the map.
We lost Johnny again.
Alright, so you move upstairs. You find yourself once again in the common area where they process prisoners and the like. To the left and right stand open doors, and you can see what appears to be multiple beds, like a barracks room for people to be sleeping and spending their time in.
Are there guards up there?
In the room that you are in at this time, you don't really see any guards. But you do see up ahead, because this room is lit fairly decently. There's torches along the wall and the like. You see maybe you see, I'll click that button again. Maybe it'll do this time. You see a grouping of guards here. 2 shield guardians kind of standing in the front. In the back, you see another marksman, Deadeye, another grenadier kind of holding a couple bombs in his hand, and you see the warden kind of standing near them. And they just kind of appear poised and ready for anybody to be coming.
All right. Illusion intact. I'm going to move forward and I'm going to use one of my inspirations to roll deception.
Okay.
At advantage. And then deception. And I may lucky this depending on what I get. 23. Okay, I won't. I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. The uprising has been subdued. The interlopers have been killed. They fought to the death versus being captured.
So they kind of look around and they see this large group of people coming out, and they're like, they're all dead?
Yes, all the ones that came in claiming to be the health crew are all killed, and any prisoners that they released were also killed.
Good. we need to clean up this mess. We can't afford to have this get out to the Empire that somebody breached us enough to free prisoners. Very well. Stand down. You. And he kind of looks at the shield guardians in front of him, like, head down there and start cleaning up the mess. Check their bodies for anything might be useful or identify where they may have come from. The rest of you go about your business. I'll expect a report before the end of the day, Sergeant.
Yes, they fled all the way down back to the 3rd level once we intercepted them at the 2nd level. So their bodies are down there.
Very well. Dismissed. Let's get back to work. And he kind of turns around, heads off back to his office. And then these guys head downstairs. And these guys kind of just go to their rooms. As they walk by, they're like, they give you like pats on the back. They're like, good job down there. Great work. It's like, those bastards killed a lot of them. I heard that Jack died too. Fucking bastards. 2 days away from retirement, they killed a bastard. It's bullshit.
Those assholes.
Yes, poor Jack.
Yeah, looks at you strangely. He's like, this weird. He kind of brushes it off. He's like, yeah. I don't know what the wife and kids are gonna do. Empire doesn't pay out good money for those who are killed in the line of duty.
Probably more.
Yeah, I imagine they will do that. I just so close to getting that good gig with the Iron Wolves too.
All right. Well, like the warden said, we got to get back to our regular duties and get this all cleaned up.
Yeah, I heard they could use some help trying to process the people over on the docks. It's been difficult for them to. They've been keeping them isolated on the ship up there.
Yeah.
Could use a few more people since we had to come down here. Go check out. Maybe Peter could use some help trying to subdue them.
Yeah, we'll definitely head out and take care of that then. Thanks for the heads up. All right. So we go.
So you guys head over.
Retrieve our gear.
Yep.
Assume all of the tag-alongs come along as well. And then
I get out my hammer.
Retrieve our items.
I get my rapier and my longbow.
That stupid dead turtle thing won't need this hammer anymore.
Is Johnny back in?
His character's up.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Sweet.
Yes, I can hear you. So you may have missed it. He kind of told them that they killed everyone. You guys fled down to the bottom level. They kind of bought the lie. The archmage or the mage went back to his the warden went back to his room. They sent the guards downstairs to go loot your guys' bodies and figure out where you might have come from. You guys killed a dude named Jack. He was 2 days away from retirement. The Empire doesn't pay out hazard pay for death in the line of duty, so they're mad at you guys for killing Jack because he had just lined up a really good gig with a group of people known as the Iron Wolves. And you guys were like, yeah, like whatever, they're probably more than them, bye. And then you guys went to go get your gear.
All right.
Oh, nice.
Got gear. gonna go help
So, as
Peter
you're getting
out
your
on the
gear,
dock.
one sec. Johnny, you recover your gear. As you pull out your double-bladed scimitar, Thelsamar's eyes go wide, and he kind of looks at you, and he speaks in like quick, urgent tones. He's like, "Ishvash, Ushvanash, Ishvantal Shelvash Nikana," in Elfish.
Elvish.
You want to translate for that for those of us who speak it? I want to say it's on my language list.
It's in the chat.
That's not primordial.
The chat went blank.
The chat just disappeared. I was 3 words into reading it.
I got it down. I don't think we were all supposed to see it though.
No, only those that can read, that understand Elvish.
Do we lose Johnny again?
No, I was
He
typing.
typed in the chat thing.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I
So-
assumed I would respond in kind.
Okay.
Host connection lost. Reconnecting to host. Fun. Alright, so we need to go out and help Peter subdue the ship with the quotation marks, air quotes. Alright. Heading outside. Got gear. Got going.
You guys rush outside while Johnny and Thelsamar continue their conversation.
Johnny! Let's go! Come on!
Perhaps we
Yes.
finish this at a different time.
Can we talk on the boat? Alright. We have the map of the docks. I don't think we ever got a map of the dock. I want to say we just RP'd the landing and then showed up on the first floor.
Okay, so Thelsamar and Johnny join you. You guys head out into the main courtyard area, and there's several people kind of practicing out in the courtyard just as before. They kind of wave at you as you walk by, as you the docks. When you get there, you see several. There's only like 2 or 3 guards. They're kind of standing on the dock, and you see your crew kind of. They're sitting there. One of them has the cannon kind of pointed towards the Empire guards that are sitting there, and they're pretty much refusing to let them board the ship. They've drawn the gangplank back up, and they're staying there. And the guards look really frustrated. They've got a job to do, but they don't have the numbers or manning. Nobody wants to get shot by a freaking cannon, so they're chilling out, kind of waiting for reinforcements to come when you guys approach them.
I'm just gonna pat Belina and be like, "I've got this. I've got."
What? I'm not sure, Captain. Really?
Trust me, I've got this.
Okay.
So walking up to him, the boat. You there on the boat? We have been sent here to retrieve you for further processing inside. Please put down the plank for us to board with No problems, or there will be fighting involved.
They all look like super confused. They definitely recognize that they're like they start whispering to themselves like that is that the captain's voice? Like what's going
It's
on?
the captain's
We
voice
don't-
and the captain's weapon.
We
in,
don't
in,
want
in
any
a
more
guard's
problems.
body. So they kind of look and then they slowly lower the gangplank down. They're very confused, but you know they've seen you guys do some crazy stuff, so recognizing your voice and seeing your massive hammer, they lower the gangplank back down, and the three guards they're there. They're like, man, I can't believe you convinced them to do that. We've been trying forever, and they start making their way up onto the ship
Wait,
to start
you
arresting
guys
people.
wait here. We'll
No, come along. We will need their help. Trust me, we will need their help. Let's go.
all right. So we all get on the boat.
And then once on the boat, we start our fight and order order the people to take off. Get us the fuck out of here! Raise the gangplank. Let's go.
Alright, the guards that come onto the boat, they're just confused. They're like, what is going on? And at that point in time, the Fey touched warlock, she drops the illusion so that you all like appear and you just like kill these three guards. Just slaughter them. They don't stand a chance. So
could-
you guys just
They could
they're not
surrender.
even like special like
Okay.
But while they're in the process
Oh,
of
and you
killing
guys
him,
just-
I'm getting the ship up and going.
Yeah, and you guys just start taking off. You hear this commotion coming from the keep as you start to take off, and then like faint in the distance you can hear like shouting and cries, and then you hear the sound of two cannons kind of just ricocheting, just blasting out, and one of them just whistles past you, completely missing as Johannan expertly steers away from it. But another one cracks in to your ship. It doesn't hit too hard, but it kind of breaks some of the railing on the port side, and as you kind of get away, nobody's really hurt, but the ship takes some damage as Johannan begins steering towards, I'm guessing, the Aether Stream to try to make a quick escape.
Yes, sir.
All right, make an Arcana check. And you slip into the stream, and you immediately start kind of taking off, heading back the way you guys had come from, since you know those routes the best for escape, having navigated them on your way to the prison here before. The crew breathes like a sigh of relief as you guys kind of settle in to the journey. And Thelsamar looks at Johnny. He's like, Ushva unkandavana.
Okay,
You
so
can-
I'm just gonna I'm telling this
Yeah.
story in common so everyone can hear it.
Okay.
Okay, so it's hard to explain, but once before I was put into this body, I was Elvish. My name is Jonathan Amaru the Fifth. I was a captain of a company, and we recovered artifacts and other powerful objects, but I've trained. I've earned the Revenant Blade. I am one of the knights. that you speak of. I just don't have my true body anymore.
He kind of looks you over, like, so you are a descendant of the ancient Ishvantal, a bearer of their blade.
I'm the 10th in the line.
And look under your story notes for you, Johnny. If you open story, you'll see a note there called the Ishvantal. Like,
Okay.
like,
It popped up.
Have- have you undergone the sacred rite of the blessing of the moon?
No. That was a tradition that was lost to my family.
Like, then you are not truly a member of the Ishvantal yet. Not until you undergo the sacred ritual and receive the blessing of the moon. And he kind of thinks to himself, like, you have done me a great service by freeing me. I have studied the ancient ways of the Sylvash from before the coming of the Empire. I can tell you where to go to receive the blessing of the moon, to anoint your blade in the radiant light, and accept your true destiny as a descendant of the great Ishvantal order.
I mean, I'll accept the location, and if I
Who is the navigator for this vessel? Do you have maps?
Son, where are we headed?
Yes.
If you seek to undergo the sacred ritual, there is an ancient isle near the center of the region known as the Felgarian Straits, a region racked with aether storms, difficult to navigate. Many ships that try to brave it are destroyed in the process. In here lies the ancient home of the Ishvantal, a Selvashi holy order that trained exclusively in the double blade that your companion here has. And he kind of looks at some of your map and he kind of marks a blank empty space that just kind of says, like, danger, be here, do not enter kind of deal. And he circles it a bit. It's like, if you're willing to brave the storms, this is where you can find the true blessing for your calling. I don't know anybody since the coming of the Empire that has actually managed to navigate the storm winds, though. Something happened when the Empire did its unification war that agitated that region beyond what it used to be and gave birth to these magical storms that wreck anybody who tries to enter there. Another pox upon the Empire to our land.
Okay, well, first I suggest we head back to port and fix the ship and resupply and other things before going and trying to do anything else crazy, because that hurts.
Where do you guys want to try to make port at? It's using the Aether Stream. It's about 2 weeks to get back to Valkar, where you originally ported at. But there's various islands and way stations here that you might be able to rest at. They're mostly Empire-controlled regions, since you're more in the heart of the Empire.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're stopping at the Empire right now.
Yeah, we would like to avoid the Empire.
So you guys want to go back to Valkar?
Yeah,
It
and then
it
we
would
can
probably
drop
be
off.
best. Yeah, it would probably be best if we got back to Valkar. That way we could leave the Razar's bed there with
Wait.
Jacqueline.
Wait, before we do that, we have these guests with us that were people of nobility in the Empire. I don't know if we should bring them to Valkar. Looks at the nobles. It's like,
I mean,
We
they're
are not
they-
members of the Empire anymore.
Right.
And
They have
they're
shown
not
their
welcome.
colors to
it's
us.
true, but would any of you possibly be greedy enough to try and turn in the location of something like that for possibly getting in someone's good graces?
Well,
I
don't
know
give them
you.
the idea to do it.
You know, it's hard to get. Make an insight check.
Alright, skills, insight. I'm so good at these. I may lucky this. I'm gonna lucky that.
Okay.
My lucky. Check off one of those. Reroll that. That's the wrong one. That's not better.
You know, most of them seem earnest. They're very against the Empire. Like one or two seem to kind of be thinking about what you said. They're kind of like, They're like, the main guy, the first guy you freed, he seems to kind of be a spokesman for the others. He seems very anti-Empire, and he's like, I don't even know what this Valkar is. Like, but I have no intention of turning anything over to the Empire. They're scum. To imprison a man for life just because he's born without magic? No, I cannot conscience this to be a good thing.
Your decision, Captain.
Bring them with us to where we're headed, and we will let Jack decide what she wants to do with them. They were more than willing to come with us. I don't think. I don't know. Let's let Jack make that decision.
Okay.
All right,
And
you guys.
I turn to the warlock. There's somewhere you want to be dropped off on the way, or are you going to come with us all the way to?
I'll get off at the first place you make port. The further away from Empire lands, the better, however. I have a foul taste in my
Okay.
mouth from this place.
Okay. And to the person who's been doing the elvish conversation stuff, you too?
Well, I can't return back to my home in Yelvarin. Not after my daughter's betrayal. I wouldn't be welcome there. If you'll have me, I'll stay on the ship with you for a while, perhaps, until I can find a new place.
Maybe the temple we have to try and fly through storms to get to?
I would love to learn more about the ancient ways of my kind.
I think we can definitely find a spot for him on.
Okay. We do the thing.
Yep.
But now, I want sleep.
So you guys go to sleep. You start traveling back towards the you get your long rest in, recover. And
Ugh.
you start traveling for, you know, your couple weeks. And you're about a day out from Valkar when Johannan, you receive a message via the sending stones that Jack gave you. It's a very short, precise message. And it just says, Valkar is no more. Do not return. We have been betrayed.
Sorry, I don't think I pushed the button properly.
Don't
Getting
go back.
everyone together to talk to him.
We don't go back
Okay.
there.
Can you ask if she has any suggestions where we go?
Yeah.
You have the sending stone.
I could, but I don't know. It's always possible that she's been compromised. We can ask, though. Sending a message
She
out through
warned you?
Sending the message to Jack to see if she has a suggested spot. Otherwise, reviewing the other potential missions so that we can try and come up with what we're going to do next.
Also, look at the map for any
Right.
possible.
So you can only say a 25-word message, and you can only well, hold on. I think so. Yeah, so you can only send a 25-word message in response. So figure out what your 25 words will be.
Do you have a suggested location as backup?
Also known as an alternate rendezvous point.
Do we have an alternate point? We have the bird and some extra.
Right. So you reply back sending your message, and the stone kind of goes cold in your hand, and you know that you can only send a message once per day. So until the next day, you won't be able to receive anything from Jack.
And you said we're how far out?
You're about a day out from Valkar itself. You
So
could continue
we
on your
need to
course
make
and
an
get there in a
alternate-
day and see what happened there, or you could divert and try to figure out where to go on your own.
Can we look at the map?
Okay,
and see if
guys,
there's
we're not
anything?
going to be getting we're not going to be getting an answer until we'd already be there.
Well, let's not go there.
Can we set anchor for a minute? Or sky anchor?
You have to pull out of the Aether stream to do so, but you can pull out and then kind of hover.
The Aether stream would also slow us down a lot, which would give us more time to decide.
Yeah.
Looking for a safer area to pull out based on the maps that I have and what I am able
Yep.
to see.
Make an Arcana check with advantage.
I did that wrong. I didn't
Yeah,
kick
we'll just take that
That's a good
as a
roll.
20, as a 21, not a 35.
35, I succeed.
So you do succeed, however. You find like a short gap in the stream, and you pull out successfully, and then kind of hover in the sky. Referencing your maps, you're kind of on the fringes of Empire territory because that's where you guys prefer. You're kind of more to the area known as kind of the Outlands. Valkar, of course, is the prominent location here. There's several small outcropping of islands that exist around there. Nothing that has a giant port town, kind of like the equivalent of like villages and towns. Any major islands or cities from where you're at will be a several day journey to get there. It's difficult in the Outlands to judge who's Empire friendly and who isn't. The Empire influence spreads pretty far, so without having been there yourself, it's kind of taking a shot in the dark to see if they're friendly with the Empire or not.
So, given the background you have on my character and the extensive travel that's referenced in it, what are my odds of actually having some experience in this area?
They're pretty good, since you've hopped around a bit and gone from place to place. I'd say you can probably have about a 70% chance of picking an area that's not Empire friendly were you to travel there versus, somebody else might be closer to like a 50-50 shot.
Okay. We do have to repair, and we do have other stuff that we need to take care of. So,
Within about a
Captain,
week's
you want me to
journey,
find up the dock? Within a week's journey.
yeah, within about a week's journey, there's it looks like 3 fair-sized islands and like 4 kind of smaller, more tough to tell if they have like towns and docks available islands, more kind of out of the way places that you could travel to. But there's 3 that definitely have towns or cities on them within a week's travel. One kind of heading back, that's not counting Aether Stream, a week's non-Aether travel would be one heading back kind of the way you came, deeper towards Empire territory, one kind of heading further south, kind of closer to the Duskfall area that you guys started in, and then one kind of a little bit further out, even past Valkar, further out to the Outlands kind of area.
But they're all about the same time distance?
Roughly, shave a day off here or there, but you can get to all of them within like a week's travel.
I'd personally say the farthest one out, because we want to be away from the Empire, and we probably don't want to be that close to Valkar, given that something just went belly up there. How do I roll to see if my 70% works or not?
So right-click on the D10 die, and then click %, and then roll that in the chat window. Or roll it in the tower, rather. Alright, so you're guesstimate, you kind of judge it, you decide that going to this outer land area, on the map, it's marked as the Isle of Grenthal, with a city by the same name. You have a pretty good feeling that they're going to be less Empire friendly out there. You don't know much else about the town, though. But you kind of remember you passed through there once before, kind of on your way towards Duskfall, and you didn't see a lot of Empire colors there. It looked like it was maybe like a small a little bigger than a town, but not quite a city. Kind of a forested area. Looks like they mostly worked like lumber, kind of like mill type areas. Just a little out of the way, just kind of rustic outdoors folk that just don't like being bothered by political trappings and empire affiliation. Just living in the wilderness. It's a pretty large island. Looking at the map, takes several days traveling on foot to be able to cross it. One of the larger ones that you've been to in a while. Most of the ones you've been to have been like sized for the city. This one is like fairly large. There might be multiple other cities spread throughout it in this land mass size.
Perfect. Taking us there.
All right, you guys.
Do we get a
Safe
response
space,
the next
long rest.
day?
Yeah. Okay.
What?
good.
Do we get a response the next day from Jack?
So the next day, you just get a quick response. Relocating operations will let you know when I know more. Sorry, you are on your own for now.
All right.
All right, so you guys travel about the next day. You get another message from Jack. This one explains a bit more about what happened at Valkar. It's like someone loaded galley with explosives, working for Empire. Ship looked like Black Squall. Exploded across docks. Hundreds dead.
The shady guy.
Well,
Perhaps.
I guess we know what he wanted the ship for, but we got paid.
And then after a few days, you guys you see the Isle of Grenthal in sight. It's a large forested island. There's mountains, rivers, lakes. It's a big landmass. From where you're at, it extends far enough where even flying, it would probably take like a day or two to get to the other side of the island. And you kind of come in towards the city. It's not, it's mostly wooden buildings, like log cabin type stuff, small, welcoming, trading post kind of deal. You come up to the dock. There's not any large ships here or anything like that, just smaller kind of like air tugboat type vessels and kind of deal. As you pull up to the dock, that is where we will end the session tonight.
Yay.
Woo!
God, that was
And we
tough.
all managed to survive.
We lived.
Except for Darkstorm, who got left behind
She's
in
still
prison.
alive.
We lived, but we killed hundreds of people.
Inadvertently, we just sold a ship to a shady guy.
No questions
For a
asked. Willing to pay
lot
you
of money.
time and a half.
Hey,
Lot
Jack
of
was in
money.
on this too, so you know.
Not really.
We got more than enough money to rebuild a new hideout. We're fine.
I mean, you keep saying that, but it goes fast. I'm already
What if
down
we
to
spend it?
219 PP.
Speaking of, it has now been 4 weeks and it's time to pay your crew. So if you look at the notes page, you'll see a note that talks about crew roster. So the monthly cost is 264 gold a month. So you guys need to figure out how you're splitting the pay for that. That's the equivalent of 26 platinum, 4 gold pieces split amongst the party. However you guys want to split up the payments of the crew, but you need to deduct that amount before we end here tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Especially now that you're in port.
So,
they're gonna want to spend some money, go out drinking.
Right.
Darkstorm,
Well,
got off somewhere.
Darkstorm just disappeared on us.
She's a good
Yep.
rogue.
You know, you
Okay.
realize she faded off into the distance when you guys boarded at the prison, and she never got on board with you guys. But it was hard to tell because you were all under a weird illusion.
Dang it.
Well,
You didn't know
I have
who
a
was
big
who, and then
question.
she was just gone.
I have an important question. I seriously doubt she brought all of her money with her. It's probably somewhere on the ship.
It's
She
probably
gave it
so. In my belief is that you guys probably keep your hundreds and hundreds of platinum each in an individual lockbox that you keep in the captain's quarters, and only take out spending cash when you're traveling, because it would be kind of impractical to carry 500 platinum pieces on you. You'd just be a bag of walking money.
639 platinum, 596 gold, and 86 silver.
Yeah. I'm
And 31
assuming you
copper.
have lockboxes on the ship that store the majority of your money.
I say we take payments.
I
in
say
month
Darkstorm's
shift.
saying
So one of us pays this month, and then another one of us can pay the fee next
Let's
month.
just
and,
take what little money she had, divide it evenly, and then all divide the monthly cost evenly between all.
that too. It's just more work.
You want me
for the
to
team.
split out her share of money across you guys?
Yeah, just divide it evenly and
I'm doing that right now. She also had some gemstones. That I will also put in the available list of stuff.
Ooh, pretty shiny.
yeah, anything that she wouldn't have had on her, go ahead and I'd say go ahead and put it on the party sheet and we'll divide it out.
going into
Anything that she would have left on the
Let's remove Darkstorm
You know,
from
she
the
didn't leave, but we still have anyway. Her dagger.
Yes.
I don't think we ever gave that back.
Yes. I don't know who wants the gemstones. Or you could just liquidate them.
Yeah,
I
we
want-
Turn them
just
into money.
I want. Oh wait, hold on. No, I don't care about any of that.
Okay. I was just gonna liquidate it.
Yeah, I was gonna
And then
say none of them work as components for anything I need to worry about. So yeah.
There you guys go. You guys are even more filthy stinking rich now.
Yeah.
Well deserved too.
So,
And that's after we paid our crew for the month.
Yes.
Perfect.
Alright.
Wait, I specifically need to know just one question. Which crew member was the one who dropped the gangplank when I said, please put out the gangplank when we were back on?
Kira.
Kira is specifically getting an extra 1 platinum from me. Just for being that ballsy for me.
Alright. She does like to gamble. She took a gamble on you.
And
She's,
I reward her and
She is super excited and happy. She hugs you and gives you a kiss on the cheek. Alright. Anything else for this session to wrap up?